I know, like Creation Today, my mom's into this. She said, Eric, I want Creation Today to carry these oils and help people. And, you know, we want to help in body, mind, and spirit, and really help people understand these things.
All right, let's go. It's time for man.
Aspects of things, and this is something that intellectually I haven't known a lot about.
Ah.
No cracks about Eric focusing on intellectual things.
I wasn't gonna.
I've always been curious. Where is the intersection between science and scripture?
Wherever the intersection between science and scripture might be, it's not found in essential oils.
And unfortunately, Eric is on record repeatedly to let everyone know that when science and the scripture are at odds, he automatically chooses the Bible instead.
We get a lot of great science, but there's a limit to how far that science can go. And then you take the authority of scripture on your side.
All right.
And go, wait a minute, we've got the author, the one who told us how this works. So
Adis has to be here
Come up with
when I
beliefs
kill
about
Fire
the
Guy.
universe, but an even worse way to look after your health.
and when the Bible talks about oils and the Bible talks
The
about
Bible.
okay, what's really going on here? Why are these things used?
The Bible does not talk about essential oils as we think of them today, so thoroughly distilled and unadulterated with other substances. Medicine has been plant-based for almost all time, and the Bible does allude to that. So why aren't you saying the Bible mentions herbs, therefore we should all buy herbs from your website? That would be closer to what regular people of biblical times would have used, yet
Hola,
not doing it for
senor.
some reason.
But in this intro, Eric is signaling two things to his audience. First, that there is science to be learned in regard to essential oils, and second, that the real reason to care is that essential oils are biblical.
Alright, shut up, Paulo G. I need to concentrate on Fire Giant. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Nailed it. Totally pressed the wrong button. But we'll let it slide. Yeah, I really thought he was winding up for something there.
Don't worry too much about that first one.
When in reality, all he wanted to do was slap my cheeks. Nailed it. No, I could tell it was going to go well after I got hit while on my horse. Seemed like a good one. Coming for that foot. Just jump off. Nailed it. Good roll. Perfect timing. Uh-oh. Sweet roll, bro. Bum bum. I figured out how to dodge that other fireball. You just get on your horse. She misses you every time. Uh-oh. Dead. Alright. Thank you, what? Damn, bro, chill. You tracked me so hard with that foot. Like, nah, bro, you can step down today. Man, it's crazy how much damage I'm doing. Yo, he just karate chopped the fuck out of me there. Well, it's going kind of slow. Man, I've been able to get him to second phase, like, instantly. Oh, just sitting there jumping and smacking, jumping and smacking. Got him really close to death, like 2 or 3 times the other night when Laser was aiming. You saw the karate chop going? Okay. Next time, let me know when the karate chop's going. Come on, shovel some snow. Why is he not doing the shovel snow attack? I wonder. Oh, there's the snow I wanted. And I felt pretty well timed. It's probably right by that. Oh, so why didn't you tell me, Ace? Is it like left foot back before he fucking karate chops me? The karate chop is too strong. I should just start panic rolling every time I'm in front of him. That'll save me. So familiar, why didn't you tell me he was about to karate chop me first thing? Would have been nice to know. I got it down to where I could jump off the horse and avoid the snow, but man, I fucked up pretty bad last time. I wish he'd use the snow right here so I could try again. Here he goes, going for that crap again. So lame. What is this nonsense? Well, I guess I don't know how to do it anymore. I was doing it like right as he pulls up. Pretty dang early. Yeah, it's left foot back when it starts karate chop. Won't have to worry about it anymore if it doesn't have a left foot. I don't know what this giant was saying. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go fight somebody with my dinner plate? Like, what is this? Out of all the weapons you could have brought, let's think about dinner. Ooh, saw your foot. I got your tail. We're rolling. Oh, no, he's not. Surprised I didn't take him to the next phase. That will. Ah. Who? What character are you playing, Adis? What's his lore? What's his backstory? What kind of, is he your boring character? Ah, my leg! What the fuck? Alright. Sorry about your leg, bro. Oh, he's not. He ripped it off. Ah, shit, there's a little fireball floating around. Feels bad. Maybe if I just hit him more. See, look, jumped it. Nailed it, first try. Ah, jeez. Yeah, you see me rolling? Too good. Oh my god, he's wasting my time, fire guy. Do you mind? I tried to pull my horse twice, he's just like, no. Yeah, he's gonna try to shot me again, fool. Juicy, getting all that ankle juice out. Come on, you gotta let the ankle juice out or it won't heal. Oof. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. Well, that was unfortunate. Man, this is easier than tonight. I should have just killed him. I know. I'll just hit him more. It's all coming together. If I just hit him more and get hit less, I'll win. Ooh, that boy did a whole 180 and said, nope, roll this. Here, I thought he was about to roll or some shit. Alright, 15th tries the charm. Alright, looks like we got the snow dodge back on point. Broke his foot immediately. Some of your lame ass fucking fireball. God. Flame fell suck. So lame, bro. Almost 3,000 damage a hit. That's wild. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm scared. Oh, that's staggering. That boy got staggered. Woo, that was close. Pow, right in the eyeball. Juicy. Should have stabbed it, bro. Whoa, that almost killed me. Oh, jeez. No! Sucks when you gotta fight him, he just doesn't stand there and die.
Daddy, I want to tell you something that's really annoying. Somebody I just killed literally shot me.
You couldn't been that dead for now.
Like I killed him and he fell down. And he somehow a thing got shot.
Did he explode into bullets?
No.
Well, he must not have been dead.
One of those normal gun.
He must have shot before he died.
Okay.
Man. Such power. More mine. Ooh. It hurts my foot. I can't believe you've done this. Oof. Yeah, what? Just teabagging? You know, sorry, just gonna sit here and slap them ankles. Alright. What? I rolled, man. I waited so long. And I pressed it. Feels bad. This must be what it's like to be Adis. This is tough. Come on, man. Looks like you do ankle damage to his eyeball, though, so that's nice. I wonder if there's like a... Do I have any buffs? Special dragon attacks. Fire damage, magic, lightning. Poison probably won't be that helpful. But I could poison him anyway. What the fuck does dragon wound grease do? Ooh, spicy. Man, it's so fucking hard to tell. $9,000. Not bad. Load fire. Not today. Oh my god, he's so scared. Why are you running? Alright, alright, alright. Go on. Hands up. Oh shit. Dead ass thought he would fall. Oh no. That's gross. Stop. I'm sorry, what the hell did they mean? What a load of crap. Oh jeez. Come on, man. Ooh, that felt almost too early. I'm looking to replace him so bad. Every time I see somebody get on. I wonder what his repose state is like in this first stage. I'm kind of scared to stop hitting his foot. Yo, that fire, man, it just kind of incidentally hit me. Buffered an R1, stepped into it, dead. God, what the come on. Why'd I even press R1? Junior, don't just stand there. His hand that I repulsed. Oh my god. Whoever thought to make him fucking roll is dumb. Tired of seeing you break your leg, old man. Pow, right in the kiss. Roll away, and I'm gonna shoot some fire at me. Oh! Well, he did not shoot fire at me. He didn't even roll very far away. What an asshow. Oh, I was gonna say clown and hat, couldn't choose. What are you doing? You don't even know of anything else.
Something I ate and like I mean,
Ah.
it's nonfiction.
Hmm?
I'm trying to think of something that's. I'm trying to think something that isn't like hiding key and stuff like that.
Like what? That's all you watch. I ain't gonna think of something else. Yeah, those are fun. Sure.
I know like there is an SCP.
Ooh. Look at that. That's so lame. Buffered L1. Man, I hate that. I hate that so much.
Maybe I threw it on the ground.
I've always
What?
wondered, and I gotta be honest.
I just saw something and I was about
Maybe
to
it's because I talk to
type
skeptics all the
in,
time. I find myself skeptical of lots of things.
SCP,
It's good that
but then I
Eric
just
finds
saw-
himself skeptical
I-
sometimes,
I
but
threw
if
it
he
on
was
the ground.
inclined to actually act on that skepticism,
No.
he would have vetted the subject better and not relied on his mom for information. It's easy to find reputable sources speaking about the massive legal issues this company has had and how they purposely use their distributors to make illegal curative claims. The FDA's warning letter to Young Living from 2014, for example, cites instances of Young Living products being illegally marketed as cures to Ebola, Parkinson's disease,
What?
autism,
Of course essential
diabetes,
oils cure
hypertension,
Ebola.
cancer, insomnia, heart disease, post-traumatic stress disorder,
And all those things.
sclerosis.
Probably.
In summer of 2020, Business Insider also released a 3-part investigative series on Young Living's legal history. Some highlights: Young Living distributors were found to be viruses fierce to cancer and coronavirus. Young Living's founder, Gary Young, had an extensive criminal history, including practicing medicine without a license and treating cancer patients with the ineffective and toxic substance Laetrile. Finally, that 89% of Young Living distributors make an average of just $4 annually. All of this is just a step.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
know. I want to
I agree.
understand. You know, when I take my lavender bath, all right, when I get
If anything,
my
you should
lavender
have
bubble
killed
bath
me.
and it relaxes me, is that a placebo effect? Or is it a bonus effect? Or is it literally something going on in my brain?
Technically, the placebo effect is literally just something going on in your brain. It is because they treatment is that positive thinking alone creates the perception for yourself that you're getting better. And sometimes this psychological effect is satisfying.
And as we'll see, Thomas
Close.
is almost entirely emotional and psychological healing in the first place.
So, before we get into the manipulative marketing tactics used to coerce well-meaning Christians, let's see what kind of science claims were sprinkled briefly into the 80-minute seminar.
Essential oils, so they're the essence of the plant, right?
Essence is a purposely vague and therefore valuable. Also, oil that a plant uses is not
No mashing. No mashing allowed.
nutrients. She's paraphrasing
Lord.
founder Gary Young, who has repeatedly and incorrectly claimed that essential oils are the lifeblood of the plant. Plants don't have specialized immune systems like we do. Instead, they produce lipid structures that carry compounds which are often toxic to many pathogens, fungi, and insects.
My
They're
bike.
a defense mechanism, not part of the plant's metabolism. Apparently, she's been doing this for 11 years, but still isn't getting the definition of essential oil right. It's almost like she learned all of this from an unreliable source.
You're getting oils that is all the compounds are small. And so what it does is it enters the yellow scent and it hits the limbic system of the brain. So at first, it causes an emotional reaction.
All smells are processed
Speed.
through a factory system which connects to multiple parts of our brains, including those
Yo,
involved
that
in
is
the
mad
limbic system.
aggravating.
Essential oils have no special.
First off, I didn't think it was gonna be close enough. Second off, I'm
React
stunned there.
emotionally
I
to
live.
Essential oil scent, yes, just like we may have an ultimate
I thought for sure I was dead.
like this.
No, I'm trapped in all this fire. Ah, jeez.
Specific emotional reactions which are unrelated to the simple enjoyment of the smell or any associated memories. Young Living even has a specific oils collection called Humans Hit, which they market as efficacious in producing extremely
come on.
specific psychological experiences. For example, supposedly allows
Didn't say forget his frickin'
release of
hands.
harmful memories and promotes willingness to move forward, while inner child helps reprogram self.
No way.
These oils may also come with phrases called affirmations, which users are to speak aloud while using the oil in order to alter the quantum state of the oil to be better suited for the intended purpose. I wish I was in it. Young Living's specific claims are
Oh, no, not again.
verified by scientific testing.
That is so lame, dude.
I'm not sure how one could even
You just got a straight up
test
catch
whether
for
or
being
not
on horse at all.
connect a person to their child anyway. Their
Can't
data on
dodge the
this
first
subject
hit.
are nothing but
Definitely can't
anecdotes,
dodge the second
along
hit.
with vague explanations
Should I
of
just
the
jump off
involved
horse?
biology
Maybe
and
that's the play.
chemistry,
Maybe it'll make
which
me
help
invulnerable.
convince those who know little about the subject that Young Living's ideas aren't wholly fabricated.
So essential oils work emotionally on us before they work physically on
Does
us.
feel bad.
Sounds like the placebo effect to me.
But they are so tiny that they do penetrate our skin. So for instance, 3 seconds after you've smelled an essential oil, it also has affected your heart, thyroid, and liver. So 26 seconds, it's in your bloodstream.
How does she know it affects each organ with this precise timing? And what effects is she talking about? Science deals
My
with
liver,
testable
it has
hypotheses,
rosemary
and scientifically rigorous
inside of
claims
it.
are backed up with
Help.
empirical data. I'm not sure if her claims are clear enough to be testable, but I'm certainly not seeing any supporting evidence cited.
It's going through your body very quickly because it's so
Oh
small.
my god.
And they're so potent that 1 drop of essential
Oh
oil
jeez.
has 40 million trillion molecules covering
Million
every cell of your
trillion.
body with 40,000 molecules.
What did she mean by this statement
8
Well,
quadrillion billion.
couldn't one drop of anything have enough molecules in it to outnumber the cells in our body? And does she actually think a precise number of oil molecules are in contact with every cell in our bodies if we use an essential oil? I'd really love to see the study that demonstrated that.
When I finally opened the bottle and
But of
smelled
course,
it,
how
it
else
smelled
would
much
essential
different
oils work?
than perfume lavender, because the lavender oil that we use
Essential
is
oils
pure.
that you see,
Here she
God.
mentions that her oils are pure and therefore different somehow. However,
My oil's
Living
built
certifies their own oils as pure with no outside influence or regulation. Their purity standard, 100% therapeutic grade, has no meaning whatsoever outside the company itself.
Power right in the kisser.
On top of that, some independent testing of Young Living essential oils has actually found synthetic compounds
Juicy.
in their quote-unquote therapeutic grade oils. Don't worry though, as the company assures its
No,
distributors
don't bark
that
on me.
those results were simply
I
part
want
of a
none.
social media smear campaign, even though the company refused to publish their own purity testing results when based on independent lab results or publication
Like busting.
You know, that
Yeah.
clean. That's what.
Yeah.
Now that you're saying this, I'm like, okay, I think it's citrus. Maybe that's why they. Maybe I'm only thinking about
Oof.
the commercials of all the citrus
I
cleaning.
was just gonna say you've been programmed to believe it, right?
Programmed to believe it is a phrase I would use in this
Panic
discussion
did
as
1
well.
2 minute.
So-
Love it.
Originally, right back in Genesis, when God breathed it all into existence, he used his voice to create everything, but our plants were created with his voice. So he actually named them. We don't know what he called them, right? We assume peppermint or lavender peppermint. But they have his voice, and voice is a frequency.
Holy
You can
shit,
trace that
plants have
frequency.
God's voice.
Now we see it on monitors and
They
everything
got the
else.
God
So
molecule.
frequency has a lot to do with our body. Our
Frequency.
body
I
responds
can't
to
stand it.
negative frequencies or positive frequencies.
Essential
It's
oil
hippy-dippy
gurus,
bullshit.
like other naturopathy fans, love to talk about frequency and all its effects.
Oh,
The
damn, I
problem
haven't seen
is,
that movie.
most people who invoke this term cannot define what frequency is. The frequency of what? How is that measured? Molecular
The
vibration
frequency,
is
duh.
definitely a thing, and vibrational frequency is something which can be observed. The way essential oil fans often use this term, however, is reminiscent of how astrologers reference orbital motion. Yes, orbital motion exists, but no link has been demonstrated between the orbit of
That is the tech.
Neptune
Oh,
and
hell yes.
your love life. Similarly,
Finally, you
vibrational
stupid
frequency is
fire
real,
giant.
but no connection has been scientifically
Yeah, but you feel like a real
demonstrated
bitch.
this vibration and your health. Molecular vibration
Killing
is
me
always
freaking
happening,
30 times.
so
That'll
it is
teach you.
present in any interaction of any compound with your body. But it's not a factor which medical science uses to describe interactions between medicines and the body. Law of attraction, homeopathy, and crystal healing folks also invoke frequency in their postulations, but not because it's relevant. The fact is, this term is so nebulous but sciencey sounding to people that it's easily and convincingly used to support unfalsifiable hypotheses
Man, there's like a
involved in
raven
these
here.
forms of pseudoscience. This term is not being used in a way which actually has any meaning other than feigning sophistication.
And that has everything to do with vibration and what you say. We have, different studies done on water. People say good things or bad things to water. Well, our water, plants have water, it affects us. So plants carry positive frequencies, and we know this. I mean,
Oh boy, this is a reference
know
to
this.
a piece of
We
Young
know
Living
plants
and
have positive
naturopathic lore right
frequencies.
here.
We have
They
the facts on
idea
our
that
side.
water can be imbued with
We
unique
know that
properties
plants
simply from
have
absorbing
God
the
inside of them.
frequency
We have the
of different
technology.
emotive words.
Check.
Water and essential oils can supposedly take on
Checkmate,
positive vibes
atheists.
if we speak positively to it, and negative vibes if we speak negatively to it.
Oh,
This is
buddy.
based on
First
the
try
writings of
every
Japanese
time.
author and
I don't think I've ever
businessman
fought a boss that I
Satoru
haven't beaten on my
Emoto,
first try, if
who
I'm honest with you.
famously claimed that human consciousness could affect the molecular structure of water.
Look at all that
Specifically, he
damage.
tried to show that thinking positively toward water could both purify
Do I
it
care about
and make it produce
happening
more
in Lindell?
beautiful ice crystals than average, as if the latter is even a scientifically testable claim at all. Emoto did not publish
We'll
his
go
work
back
in
just
any
for-
scientific
just for the
journals,
lulz.
and his methods have been widely criticized as too uncontrolled, too vulnerable to human error for his experimental results to be seriously considered. James Randi even invited
have
the
a
guy to
seedbed
take
curse,
the
I
$1
wonder?
million paranormal challenge, where if Emoto could reproduce the experiment under test
real cool if
conditions
I
agreed
did.
to by both parties, he'd be given $1 million. Emoto naturally declined. Unfortunately, Young Living reps, like most naturopathy practitioners, are not taught how to read or recognize peer-reviewed material. They couldn't tell an experimental result was bunk if they read it for themselves, so they unfortunately parrot bunk from their trusted company.
And
Bum,
these
bum,
plants,
bum.
it's incredible over these 11 years to just hear testimonies about how, hey, Megan, did you smell the peppermint? I think peppermint changed, and I get to say, well, was the squash in your garden bigger this year than it was last year? Did you reap more harvest in this plant than you did last year? Because the plant kingdom responds to the season
Oh
in
my
which we
God.
will need them.
She'll tell us later that she's a student of geologist turned alternative health educator David Stewart, and this is his talking point. He says that essential oils fit our bodies more perfectly than any other compounds because they were made by God a few creation days before mankind, showing that God was thinking ahead to our creation when he made them.
Thanks God for
The moral
making
of that
essential
story
oils.
is that nature only exists for our benefit, and that essential oils are 100% perfect, even to a divine extent, because God made them for us.
Jesus.
Many Young Living reps believe essential oils cannot cause allergic reactions because they believe this claim. Allergic reactions have been proven to happen, but many Young Living reps write these off as some sort of misuse of the oil. This thought process is similar
Don't put
to
the
certain
oil in
Christians
your
believing
butthole. That
God
makes
will
you
always
allergic.
protect his children, but then when
Ages.
something bad happens to a Christian, other Christians may blame the victim and say they must have done something wrong to deserve it.
Yeah, because of COVID, we're locked in. Okay, that's what's going on. Yeah, hey, you want to make some money? You find the oil that kills you.
No, don't go there.
Oof, she's saying don't go there because Young Living reps have already gotten into legal trouble in the past for claiming their oils can cure viral infections, among many other things.
Oh,
While I
jeez.
don't know what legal action has been taken at this point, that Business Insider investigation I mentioned earlier does report on Young Living reps
Yeah, I said something
touting
about
their
you.
oils as cures for
I
COVID, which
don't remember what it
could
was
earn Young
because it was
Living
about
at
you.
the very least another FDA warning letter.
And
I wish
I
I
just
could
talk
say
a lot of
that
shit about
most
you
Young
all
Living
the
reps
time.
have
So
learned their lesson by now, but from my observations as someone who keeps tabs on that community, it seems most have simply taken to making curative claims in private rather than in public forums where they could actually be held accountable for breaking the law. Just join any small private essential oil group.
you know,
on
if I wasn't
Facebook to
talking
see
shit
what I'm
about you, I don't
talking
even
about.
know what I
You
would talk
can't
about.
go wrong. You can't go wrong with essential oils.
That is kind of cool, isn't it? I mean, it's
Yeah.
over 200,000 deaths a year based on wrongly prescribed, medication.
This is misleading and dangerous.
Uh-oh.
Essential oils can cause allergic reactions, which in some cases can be life-threatening. Some can also cause
Man,
chemical
why has it got
burns
such
when
a
applied to the
slow
skin.
wind up, dude?
Additionally,
It's so lame.
essential oils can react with
You can't
sunlight
knock
and
'em out of it,
sunburns,
like, ugh.
sometimes severe when
These are the
applied
worst
to the
enemies in
skin
the whole
and worn
game.
in the sun. Emergencies involving
too
essential
strong,
oils
too much
constitute
health,
a regular part of
too
monthly
much
emergency
poise,
room visits in the U.S.
Too many
Many
moves.
essential oil
They gotta
fans
grab.
refuse to acknowledge this, however,
Hate
because they've
everything.
attached their
Everything
ideas
sucks.
about essential oils to the theology
Thanks for
upon
nothing,
which they
Miyazaki.
base their personal identity. Simply put, these people cannot change their minds about how essential oils work.
Yo, that
without
did less
changing their
damage than a
minds
jumping
about
attack.
how
What the
God
hell?
works.
Well, we now know emotionally the top of the right ear helps you with things that may have been said over you growing. You will never be, you can't, you're not enough.
This is a reflexology / emotion
Man,
mapping claim.
he's
which
already
has
at
no
me. He's
evidential
still running at
basis.
me.
Young Living teaches its reps that various nerve bundles in
I'm just
different
supposed to
parts
know
of the
exactly
body
how long
have
it
a
takes
direct
him to run
connection
and
to
grab? Like, what
specific emotions.
Can I knock
They
him out of
also
it?
tend to teach that emotions are quite literally held in various organs and nerves in the body outside of the brain.
Right, that boy just slammed me on the
This is a
ground.
purely
That
superstitious
shit probably would
belief
kill
which
you in real
borrows
life.
from Chinese traditional
Your
medicine,
skull would
a
crack. Your
tradition which,
fucking
by
neck
the
is
way,
broken.
contains plenty of non-Christian religious elements.
Now, you said there are scientific articles that help support these things as well. It's like these aren't just, oh, it did it for me, therefore it does it for everybody.
Look at him, stagger
I've
free
always
as
wondered how much
always.
scientific research
Oh, look at
has
that.
gone, or
My
even
boy
can
finally
go
got
into
staggered.
something when it seems like there could be so many different factors. How do you do a scientific study on these things? But
Man, that was just
you said
one.
they're
How
doing it.
ridiculous.
They've done it. They're doing it.
They're doing it. You can just even go on PubMed.gov.
Eric is
And
right
I was
that these
already
claims, of
90%
course,
of the
would be
way through that
very
move, and they just
difficult
like, nah, I'm
and
gonna attack you now.
impossible to test scientifically.
How
Our
aggravating.
answer is nothing more than what Young Living reps are taught to say when asked for evidence of their claims. Look up blank on PubMed and you'll find all the scientific research on blank.
Ah,
PubMed
yes,
is
PubMed.
just a database for articles across reputable and non-reputable medical publications. Being on PubMed does not imply that an article is reputable. Further, this claim shows the scientific
Pope.
literacy among most Young Living
Pope.
reps. The fact that frankincense is mentioned or utilized in a research article has no bearing on any of its properties. In order to support the claim that frankincense can stop cancerous tumor growth, a common claim among Young Living reps because it was directly taught
Busting
by
everyone.
Gary Young, frankincense must not simply be mentioned in an article. It must be isolated as the causal factor in tumor growth cessation in at least one article which utilizes a sound
This one
methodology,
always does the
involves
lines, man,
enough
every
participants
time.
to rule out
How
statistical
predictable.
anomalies, and is free from conflicts of interest. Even then, such a find must be repeatable by independent researchers in order for the idea to be upheld by the worldwide medical community. She should have specific studies on hand to back up all the medical
Have I really
claims
not
she's
talked to
making,
him still?
but since those studies don't exist,
That
she
sucks.
says, go
I don't
look
wanna
on
fight you, bro.
PubMed,
Leave me
you'll
alone.
find lots of science about essential oils. This is the essential oil user's version of research flat earth. Of course, there are countless studies utilizing essential oils. From what I understand, the antimicrobial and antifungal properties of some essential oils are of particular interest to the medical community because, if shown sufficiently efficacious,
where is
some
my
essential oils
map?
could be used as cleaning agents. Using essential oils may be preferable to using current industrial disinfectants in some cases because they would not exert a selection pressure under which pathogens may evolve immunity to our strongest disinfectants. Further, there are some scientific research-based medicinal uses of essential oils. Peppermint, for instance, is an effective vasodilator which can help open restricted or irritated sinuses. Still, though, this does not mean that these oils are curative in any way.
Yeah, everybody wants to prove it, and so the ultimate proof is you.
Okay.
They react differently to you based on your experiences and where your body's at.
No, the ultimate proof of the efficacy of an essential oil is not your personal experience with them. That
Alright.
is an
I need to
incredibly
go. I wanna
unreliable,
turn
biased source of information.
this boy into the
This
summon.
claim tends to fly pretty well in certain Christian circles, though, because personal experience is such an integral part of their entire belief system. So, can you really skeptically question your personal experience with essential oils if you can't question your personal experience with Jesus? If you do, you might end up like me, a person who holds so little confidence in personal experience's reliability in determining the cause of specific thoughts, emotions, and sensations that you can't honestly say that your personal relationship with Jesus hasn't always been entirely psychosomatic.
Wow.
Wait till you try it in your stews.
Too many
and things like
syllables.
that.
Apologize.
The flavor's amazing. Amazing.
I mean, if you were marketing this as a mere cooking ingredient, I wouldn't be making this video. I won't attempt to dispute your claims of deliciousness.
So with oils, it's not exact. It's whatever God has you do. And I know
Holy
that sounds
shit.
so simplistic.
It's not exact.
But he's so good
It's
to
God.
us in that way. And I take an oil and I put it over my heart and I pray. I know it's going in my body to do whatever it is he has it to do for my body, and I don't have to
You know,
know all
people
the
are
answers.
actually
If
just
any
insane.
oil will do, and any amount will do, and God can use it to do any arbitrary good thing in your body, or nothing at all, at God's sole discretion, then we're talking wholly supernatural processes, and the addition of the oil has added nothing, except to line someone else's pockets. If anointing with oil actually
Yeah,
means
grab that.
but any oil, in any amount, is fine, then go look for some canola oil in your pantry. God will work according to your heart, right? Not how much you spent at Eric's store.
We have grown up in a society where we think we have this ailment. What's the prescription?
Right now, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going, wait a minute, I can go down to the pharmacy here and I can get stuff for arthritis. So,
You can, but you can also read the list of the side effects that are on it.
yeah. And I'm going, okay, so where's, because
So
my brain thinks like that. My brain thinks, okay, this is hurting, 2 + 2 = 4. What do you have to do to
Quick
get rid of
maths.
this pain? What is this going to take?
And there are oils that you can look up that have properties in them, chemical constituents, like sesquiterpenes and monoterpenes and phenols and the way they interact in the body. And some oxygenate, right? And some do things to cells that are just miraculous in their own right. And you can look those things up, and that will give you guidance. But if I tell you it's definitely this, right? And frankincense does 10,000 things that we know about. Right?
So far that we know about, yeah.
So far that we know about. And there are over 400 types so far that we know about of lavender plants. So for me to say,
10,000
do this.
things.
it's man-made wisdom.
Most people call that science. You know, the single most reliable method for making accurate predictions about the universe we live in? There are some questions for which the scientific method may not be the best tool to answer them. But what effect is a particular chemical going to have on a biological system? Is exactly the kind of question for which science is perfectly
Ooh,
equipped.
dodging
So
bullets. Let's
Young
go.
Living has actually worked with a government agency to show the scientific data proving
Oof.
that certain ones are ingestible. So the ones you have that would have a white label on them, um, peppermint has a green label and it has a white label. And so the white label says that it's been approved for ingesting. The green label, which there's no difference in what's in the bottle, it's just that certain government agencies are over certain things that others are over a different thing.
She's correct in saying that Young Living has worked to have their white labeled Vitality line certified as dietary supplements which are safe to ingest. Young Living reps usually believe that all Young Living oils are safe to ingest, though. The answer on whether or not these are safe to ingest is often determined by whether the question is asked in public or in private. If in public, hers is the regular answer given. If in private, all Young Living essential oils can be ingested, of course. They're basically made by God himself, after all.
But these vague, flimsy claims aren't what the people at Creation Today are counting on to move their latest product. They're hoping to
chill.
leverage biblical mentions, or even merely references to the biblical time frame to make
Damn you,
essential
oven.
oils sound like they are a matter of theology and service to God. You want to serve God, right?
The Bible is full of them, and that's also super exciting.
Well,
So-
show some of those. I mean, obviously, I got the gold, frankincense, and myrrh. I get 10 points for
You
getting.
do.
If it's what the wisest of men brought for baby Jesus, how could you pass it up? Right?
Right. So that's the exciting part about essential oils and the biblical and the science. It's like, you know, sometimes I think God's just looking at us going, well, it's been in front of your face your whole life. So welcome to the party.
This Bible connection isn't an idea original to Eric Hovind, of course.
Healing Oils of the Bible is a great book that I've studied and researched, and I actually went and got taught by
My sweet
Dr. Stewart
girl.
all about this.
Have some pizza.
Dr.
It's very
David
hot.
Stewart has a PhD in geophysics and completed one semester of medical school in 1973. Most of his career has been spent as a lecturer and author on the topic of alternative health care.
All right,
he also worked
Loretta.
extensively with Gary Young, the founder
I'm
of
on
Young
me
Living.
way.
David is a celebrity within Young Living and is, only within the company, considered an expert on the chemistry and quantum properties of essential oils. This is not a topic on which he has any professional expertise. He is a naturopathic doctor, but this is a title which is not recognized in most U.S. states because naturopathic schools are not accredited institutions, the degree requires no practice or residency, and the methods are not evidence-based. Naturopathic schools, for example,
Whoa, that boy
often
died
have
so hard he
classes
fell
about
into the
how
floor.
homeopathy works, even though the medical community worldwide has acknowledged homeopathy's complete lack of efficacy as demonstrated by multiple rigorous
Bam.
meta-analyses. David Stewart is not a
Pow, right in
qualified
the kiss.
educator. He's a man with a degree which sounds impressive to Young Living reps, and he's positioned as a world authority on the subjects which Young Living would like to spin their own narrative on for the sake of making sales. He's a tool of the company, not an expert.
And growing up in Christian school and going to Christian college and things like that, there's just so much in the Bible we still don't know.
Like who wrote
The
the
Bible?
books, when were the books written, which parts were added later. But I digress.
But he talks about how the Babylonians, you know, historically they have records of them ordering cedar wood and
Yes, of
myrrh
course.
and things like
The
that.
Our
Babylonians.
first example is
They
the
knew everything.
Babylonians, which perhaps tells us a little about the level of Bible knowledge they're expecting their customers to have. Mere name recognition. Babylon is the villain of the Old Testament, idol worshippers who invaded Israel and Jerusalem for their disobedience. In the book of Revelation, Babylon is symbolic
Rest in
of the
peace,
sins
Loretta,
of the
jeez.
world. Daniel and his friends were specifically called by
Almost felt
God
bad.
to reject the food and lifestyle practices of Babylon. But Megan is encouraging you to follow them.
And how the Egyptians, the women used to soak myrrh, the hippo fat, with myrrh and put it on their head.
Up next are the Egyptians, the nation that the Bible tells us enslaved the Israelites. To a Christian, this should be like getting endorsements from Genghis Khan's Mongols, or
Oh.
Stalin's Soviet Empire, or
Ah,
maybe
yes.
Caligula's Roman Empire.
I even use a blend today that the Roman soldiers used on their shoulders and their feet.
And there we go. It was tough on the muscles, beating your Lord and Savior and persecuting that first generation of Christians. So that's how you know it works. We Romans had that secret formula to dish out 40 lashes all day long.
She's made of like toilet paper too.
This isn't the Bible.
Some single
It's
ply.
Bible adjacent. It should not be compelling to a Christian who thinks about this for a few minutes.
She gets into verses which mention oils after this. The problem with this is that these oils, herbs, and resins are not described as medically efficacious or even useful in these verses. They're mentioned because they were used ritually. Maybe there was a medical component to that, sure, but that can only be inferred from our extra-biblical knowledge of the culture of the time. Essential oils were used as God's perfect medicine back then is not an idea which any Christian sect has come to based upon the reading of the text itself. The idea has come from essential oil companies first and has then been worked into the reading of the biblical text.
Adula was also made of paper.
When he made the plants, in my opinion, when you eat carrots or you eat lettuce or you take an essential oil, your body knows what to do with it. It processes it, the systems get what they need.
You're right. She slips in a quick, God made the plants, before what she admits
God's
is an
plants.
opinion about biology, to try to elevate
you can ride
this
your horse
to
in here?
scriptural interpretation, or theology.
Oh, that's wild.
So we were created and put in a garden, right? We weren't put in a shelter. We were put in a garden. And so when sin entered and all that, then we covered ourselves and went inside and stayed out in the sun and all that. So essential oils are a way to bring the garden inside your home.
Right after getting kicked out of the Garden of Eden, Cain became a gardener and Abel raised sheep. But God rejected the plant offering and went for the meat. Mixed messages here for sure.
But frankincense.
Yeah.
All right, it was given to the Christ child at birth, like you read.
What's up, Ronnie?
It's
Looking
mentioned
good
directly
with all them
22
hands.
times by name throughout the Bible, and overall 81 times. That shocked
All
me.
day. I'll
right?
serve you any
Because
day of the
you're
week,
a student
baby.
of the Bible your whole life, and you
Both
missed
of
it.
you.
Horses are mentioned 166 times, plus 154 mentions of donkeys. Camels 71 times, bulls 171 times. If it's an argument from frequency, should we eat these instead?
Myrrh is actually something that was offered to Christ on the cross. It was on the sponge, and he refused it.
But Jesus refused it, so that's a strange endorsement. He also cursed the fig tree, so maybe there's fig oil?
Leviticus 14. God
Alrighty,
tells the
Gianna
priest
got all day.
to anoint and cleanse the lepers with cedarwood oil.
For some reason, Megan doesn't mention that in the same passage, the priest was supposed to first dip that cedar into the blood of 2 freshly killed birds. Will Creation Today begin selling medicinal bird blood as well?
If the tie between essential oils and the Bible is compelling to you, please take the time to look up each reference and see if what the Bible is commanding, if anything at all, matches what Young Living sales reps like Megan are suggesting you might do with it.
If they wrote a book about a
Where is
minister
he?
right now, or about missionaries, they wouldn't necessarily say, and they took an aspirin because they had a headache, right? But along the line of watching a life of someone, you would see their habits. And so the Bible talks about these things in there and through there because they were such a part of the way they lived.
This is Megan's out. Casual mentions
The Bible.
still somehow make the notion biblical. But we know that a huge chunk of the Bible is describing things that people did
Have a nice nap.
that God was not pleased with. Christians are quick to point out that most passages are descriptive, not prescriptive. And of course, Megan is actually very careful not to prescribe anything at all herself.
So I can't prescribe, diagnose, or any of that.
Okay.
Instead, she defers her product recommendation and dosage entirely to God.
You know, we can turn and we can look in a reference material, we can get a prescription per se. But God's the author, so why not just pray and ask him how much you should use, which one you should use, what plant is good
We
for
should
your
do that
body,
with like
because
rocket
you
fuel
are
and
as individual as your thumbprint, right? So
most of our
to
science,
God,
really.
your story is
Who
different
would know
than
better?
anyone, even if you had a twin. And so that's where essential oils are just, they're easy. But the Bible is full of them.
If her products worked, then you were using them the way God wanted. If they don't work, then you weren't using them the way God wanted. If this is how you handle your health, might I recommend just sticking with prayer? It's what God commands, and it's free.
So really what I want you all to take away from this is that our God is an awesome God, right? He serves every cell in our body, everything we've ever needed, everything we will ever need, He's provided. And so look deeper into the Bible. Read your Bible word for word. Find out what other treasures are there that we're missing.
Hopefully, as Eric continues to look into the Bible
Thank you for the
himself,
potion.
he doesn't find
Disgusting
reason to
setup.
begin selling even more pseudo-medicine. If he does, though, you know, we might just have to make this a trilogy. I know how much you like those, Paul, and I promise not to betray you for the dark side in the end.
As long as we don't do a prequel trilogy. One of those is enough for me. If for some reason you're not already subscribed to Genetically Modified Skeptic, fix that today. And check out his channel where he takes on all kinds of woo and lends thought-provoking challenges to religious and skeptic communities alike.
Well, thanks for having me on, my friend, and I'm looking forward to our next team up.
Tap on the thumbnail for Drew and my B-17 expose, and I'll see you over there. Later.
Man, I'm just too good.
For years then, we haven't even copyrighted our material. We allow people to copy it, to give it away. That's what we want.
Paul, I gotta tell you, you're not the only atheist or skeptic I've talked to. The real evidence doesn't matter, and I know you'll use this against me.
The real evidence doesn't matter. Fact. No, it scooped me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Apologia, where a former Christian takes up the claims of wisdom. Apologies in advance for my sick guy voice. That's the way it goes.
Man, he sure does have a lot more HP than the other ones at the fucking castle.
I think you're gonna find it a fascinating talk.
And Dancers in Genesis 10 Chafee.
Eric, thanks for having me. It's good to be here once again to talk about my favorite subject.
Promote their DVD series.
Hey guys, this Facebook Live is brought to you by Risen Without a Doubt.
Yo, he just doesn't stop, man.
While I don't actually expect you to remember, I recently learned that Tim and Eric remember, and remembered the specifics.
In fact, Paul, I think, said that.
Oh, I can't watch another
in
Paul
his,
video.
YouTube video.
Oh, God. Oh, let's watch some sweet Destiny content.
I hate this, and I'm gonna leave. All right?
Wow.
You all. Bye.
You're leaving because you're a pussy.
Wait, really quick.
You're leaving because you're a pussy.
Wait, hold on. Let me respond. I'm gonna have to
Because of
mute
the thing
you.
we're
If I
talking
gotta
about.
mute you, Mr. Grove.
Hold on, wait.
I don't know.
This is wait.
Hold on.
Finish. Hold on, wait. No, wait. You're either being really
I
bad faith
promise
right now, or
I'm
you're
not
just
being. I'm not being really bad faith.
Okay,
I'm just gonna say really
answer me this
clearly.
question.
Wait,
What do
really,
you think-
really quick. Starting off hot, huh?
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
see. We're gonna
Are we
move.
allowed to have fun on this panel, or are we gonna get kicked off by the evil host?
Listen, we can have
Where's
fun.
Chud? That's the first
no,
question.
I don't think any person here is such a bad actor that we would need to kick anybody. I think we'll have to.
Uh-oh.
Fanatic, I mean, to be fair, I was trying to just shut off. I guess.
Oh, were you?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for
Duke
sure.
needles people.
Look, I can't really be held accountable for everybody's actions. Like, I can try my best to kind of weed out a lot of that stuff, but I mean, the reaction, if it starts getting incessant, it starts becoming disrespectful to me. I get a person being like offended, but there's limits to that. But you can't use your offense to justify just completely disregarding everything that I'm trying to do.
It's kind of like what Keffels is doing.
I don't know who that is.
Keffels is the enemy of free speech, the sworn enemy of freedom and justice. And she uses her offense to things to try to justify her reaction.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even think it's as big of a problem. Like, I'm waiting on the StreamYard. By the way. I don't think it'd be as real of a problem anyway, because I don't think there's any opposition here. Like, I think this is a discussion. I don't really see anybody really going super duper hard and like the debate bro stuff to happen. Really, I don't know what there is even to fight against. I mean, y'all can always surprise me.
Find something.
Yeah, y'all might.
Oh,
y'all
the
might.
curse.
But I think overall it should be
Jesse,
pretty
do
fun.
you think I'm a debate bro?
Who?
Me, Pedro.
Pedro. Oh no. Or are you? I'm not sure. I haven't seen enough. I'm not sure.
You don't remember right?
I remember you're the religious guy, right? Didn't you want to steel man the arguments when I was talking to that one dude about if God knows what it feels like to take a dick in the ass? Tristan?
Film man that.
Of course he does.
Well, the answer is going to be yes, right?
Huh? Well,
What's going on?
So usually how I take this, because dude, I used to do like street preaching in Oceanside, so I got
Oh,
stuff
God.
thrown at me. I got cussed out all the time. So when people ask questions like that, and unfortunately when like religious people do like fall out, I say no, bro. There's an actual answer, and all you're looking for is like the nice little category of knowledge that you have to experience, or just like knowledge that you have. So a good example to this would be, say like Mr. Grow, I'm going to pick on you for a second. Don't take it personally. But
Oh well.
someone asked me in Destiny, "Hey, what does it feel like for a 308 round traveling 3,500 feet per second to go through the window that Mr. Girl is at, through his head and out the other door?" Right? And we're both going to look at that question and say, "Well, we don't know what it's going to feel like, but we know that shit hurts. So we
Probably
don't need
not.
to, yeah, we don't actually need to experience it." So like that question, I would say probably something nasty. It feel nasty or something like that. But we don't actually have to experience it to go through it.
What?
Yeah, I think what he was asking is whether or not God, who has like perfect knowledge, knows what it feels like, right? So God would know what that would feel like specifically.
Yeah, he knows everything, but he didn't have to experience it to go through it.
But he's taking a dick in the ass.
Oh, sure. That would be a more succinct way to answer it. Yeah, God knows all things. Doesn't necessarily mean he's experienced all things. All right.
I think the whole like concept of like God knowing all things is like an attempt at like personifying what it sounds like, what it seems like for someone to have such a vast level of knowledge that so much supersedes ours. I think I've always thought like any of the labels that we've given, like omniscience, omnipresence, omnipotence, I think all of those things are, I just don't think that they actually make any sense. They're not like genuine representations of what it is, right? Because it's like,
Well, it's just hard for us to understand because we're humans, right? It's by definition, it's beyond human understanding.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But then like the idea, like I've had this challenge, and I used to get called disrespectful as a kid because I would say, well, if God is everywhere, when I like urinate in the toilet, then I'm peeing on God. That doesn't make sense. It's not like that. It just means that he has the ability to be wherever he needs to be, and his presence is overwhelming because of just how great and how much it supersedes ours. Same thing with his knowledge. It's not like he literally knows everything, because I believe actually that God being completely omniscient and free will are incompatible. What I would say, it's almost like,
Wait, why would they be incompatible?
well, because if God knows everything,
Because
that
if
we're
you
going
know
to
the
do, I'm
future,
pretty
then
sure
it's already
that if
preordained.
someone already can say they can foretell or pretend what's going to happen.
I've heard the question, but the answer is always very simple. Just because God knows what choice you're going to make doesn't mean you didn't make the choice, right? If I give Nathan the opportunity to do something he's not supposed to, but I know he's fucking going to, given the opportunity to, it doesn't mean that I've made the choice.
Yeah, but you don't
I just
know.
happen to know what he's going
You're
to do
assuming.
because I know I'm his dad.
There's a
I think
difference.
God and humans are the same.
In the room. Let's go.
There's a difference between like knowing or like having a really like saying something is highly likely and knowing for certain. If you can get to the point of literally knowing for certain, then at that point I don't know that the person has a free will. Because if a person has a free will, then you can't possibly know for certain. And then furthermore, I think it like a
Facts.
But you
example,
could know because you can know all things, right? God knows all things. God
and
knows what exists in your heart. He knows what choices you're going to make before you make them. It's
I don't
not like
believe
there's
so.
never, absolutely, there's never a part where God is surprised by the choices that you make. Like God would always know the choice you're going to make.
Well, what about the situations where he literally asks questions, like the time where he's literally walking in the Garden of Eden and specifically asks Adam, "Hey, like, what are you? Where are you guys? What are you guys doing?"
Yeah,
He
but
knows it's a test.
why is he even asking the question? Right?
As a courtesy.
He's asking the question because he already knows the answer. They must have eaten from the fruit because they're hiding. They're doing behaviors that God knows no human would do. You would never hide your nudity from God unless you've gotten shame, which means you've done something you shouldn't have, which is eating the apple. Right?
I think a more reasonable interpretation is that what I believe God is, it's like a pachinko machine where it's like, hey, this is a thing, and we have trees of choices that like are completely like dependent on the individual to make. And
Where is the crab shack?
And he's able to say like, okay, if you'll make this choice. I mean, if you make this choice, this is what happens, and if you make this choice. So in that sense, he knows all of the possibilities. I'm not sure that he knows exactly what possibilities will happen.
I love you,
Might
but
be
this is
this
just a totally incompatible way of thinking about God. He can't exist this way in the Christian worldview.
Why
Like,
not?
how could he have ever sent Jesus to die on Earth if he had no idea what the fuck would happen? Like, what if he sends Jesus to Earth and Mary gets an abortion? Like, she's like, no, fuck this. Like, does God just run like version 3.0? Like, he can see like from he's like Aaron Yeager from fucking Attack on Titan, right? He knows what's gonna happen end to finish, like, or start to finish and everything. I think he has to. I think it's a prerequisite for what God does. He can't be taken by surprise with the decisions that he makes.
I don't think so. I think
the way that I've always had it presented to me is that God knew before he ever made Adam and Eve exactly what they do.
Where
before
is
you put the tree,
Crawfish
you put
Man?
the tree there, that they'd eat from the tree, right? And that everything that played out afterwards was part of God's plan, including them, eating from the tree and disobeying.
I've always disagreed with that. I don't think that he knew for certain.
Well, Fanatic, Fanatic, you got to wrestle with it like this. Think of it this way, because it's really just the gospel. Sovereign decree, which brought forth all of creation and every single facet of the fabric of reality, was for the purpose of glorifying himself, right? This is demonstrated in the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, specifically in his mercy and forgiveness, right? You would never say, like Destiny just pointed out, that the crucifixion of Jesus Christ was a coin flip. You know that was predestined and designed to happen.
Okay, wait. So, Doobie's the forbidden fruit. Chud is Adam, and Fanatic is God, and he knows that Chud is
Chud was Jesus, and Fanatic was Pontius Pilate, and he sacrificed him for no reason.
I don't know
The
about
altar
that.
of
Fanatic knows you're gonna break the rules.
I don't see, Mr. Girl, I disagreed with that 100%
Rusted
because,
pepperoni.
like, literally, Chud was the first and only person I ever had to kick from the panel. So I don't know that.
And Jesus was the first begotten Son of our Lord, our Savior God, who
only
sent to
begotten
die.
Son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
So
one.
I'm just
the
saying,
first
like,
one. Maybe he'll send another in the future. We don't know. Chill.
Well, I
Might
mean,
be a third testament coming. Okay, calm down.
well, I mean, so far it's the only. We only can live in the now. We're not God.
Hey,
All right, listen. I don't know what's
goodness.
happening with Lauren Southern. Anybody have any heads up on that? Like, where she's at?
having some issues.
She's trying to dodge. Don't let her dodge. Hold her to it. Tell her she made a promise.
Yeah, is anybody offended by smoking?
Tell her she made a promise.
It's bad for you.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's bad for you,
I'm
and
not-
I care about minorities. Plus,
I'm not necessarily offended. I don't know why you would feel the need to do it there, but if you feel the need to, go ahead.
So you got it.
Okay.
God damn.
What's going on?
I don't know. We're just waiting on Lauren.
Already in the room, just AFK. Oh, she was trying to make excuses.
Oh no.
Don't let her get away with that bullshit, dude. Call her out.
All these lobsters.
Is she inside?
Please no snipe. Oh, you sniped me.
But Destiny, while we're waiting for her, I'm just curious. So you're
that it?
like,
Please
you
be it.
sound,
Nope, just another temple.
Peggy,
Damn
but
it.
You sound like a determinist. So when you were Catholic, were you a determinist?
I don't know if I'd thought that much about it. I didn't know as much about physics then, so I don't.
Where
I
is
don't know
Prawn
that, like,
Boil
sort of
Man
determinism.
house?
Right. It's not like I think there's a simple faith that requires just a general knowledge of Jesus Christ. And when you're out here on this conversation, I mean, there's something called Christian liberty.
He's
that
like
you can
next to
have,
a
and you can
frickin'
have different
house.
positions on this, so not pivotal.
Oh, sure. I mean, I think my Catholic understanding was always just that, like, the way that it was always explained, because this is like the first question that any like thinking student will ask a priest or whatever, because they think it's like a big gotcha. Like, if God can tell the future, then how can I make choices to sin? Like, God is making me sin. But the answer that's always given is that, like, well, God knows the choice you're going to make, just like a teacher or a parent might know the choice a student or a child is going to make, but that doesn't mean that they're making the choice for that person. So that's how it was always playing. I mean, it seems to, I guess, make sense.
I feel like if someone can know with 100% certainty, then you are like powerless to actually make a choice. I just don't think that makes sense.
Well, it might be better this way, Fanatic, because I've heard the free will speech before, and I try and make bridges with people, and I study this stuff a lot. So here's my best definition of free will that you'll probably agree with. Free will is the ability for a being to make a choice freely that is congruent with the desires presented to his will by his nature. You only have two natures. You either a rebel sinner against God, or you love God and you want to honor him. So, if you're put in a situation,
Dodging them snipers.
you know what kind of nature you have, which God will know, you probably know what you're going to do. You're probably going to do the rebellious act.
That probably is exactly where I think the point is that the fact that we have to use the word probably is because of the fact that someone has free will. Whereas there are certain things that we can say with 100% certainty, this will happen, like logically and deductively. Like for the record, like the way these things work, you just kind of jump in like where you fit in, just try not to be as rude. You just expect everybody to be decent. Go ahead, what do you got to say?
Yeah, I mean, I used to use this argument when I was a Christian and I was arguing with like atheists and stuff and be like, why would God let this happen? But I think that
My
it kind of
legs.
applies here too, which is
They're
when
untouchable.
you're talking about this being that's capable of creating all that we know and then creating everything else that's out there that we don't know, it's a little arrogant for humans to think, yes, well, we can rationalize on our end. We have some hints and clues because of the Bible and all that, but at the end of the day, like, do we really know? How can we really trust ourselves as what we are compared to God, as great as He's supposed to be, to go with that level of interpretation and certainty?
The easier way to understand it all is that God is some shit. We're just being atheists because what the fuck?
Nah, none of that. God is
Facts.
awesome. God is awesome. God is awesome.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say,
I have to
Doobie,
think-
is everybody here fucking religious, Doobie? Or what team are you on?
This is a weird cop out. So I grew up like very weird religion where I was told to say that I was Catholic, but my family was very not Catholic. They were part of some like cult thing where they did spells. And
God
exorcisms
damn,
and
where's this
all
prawn
kind of
guy?
shit. So my relationship with religion, quote unquote, is a little strange. But right now, I just call myself agnostic. I'm not sure.
Oh my god, it's the most
May she
boring
rest
of
in
all the
peace.
fucking religious positions. It's the one that allows you to take no position but shit on everybody that has one. Agnostics are literally the worst of all the theists. Holy shit.
I gotta look at where this
Right
stupid
now
ass
because it would have
freaking
to be a
prawn guy is.
one-on-one debate because in this kind of format, it's like nailing Jello to the wall. I'm not gonna do
God
it.
damn. No,
Steven,
well, my issue's that so growing up, because I was surrounded by that kind of shit all the time, like 24/7.
Okay, guys, can you hear?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Lauren, you're Christian, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm just trying to check if my chat can hear you all. I just need their audio is low.
Wait, is anybody streaming right now?
I'm streaming.
Yeah.
For all of us are.
Oh yeah.
You're on a panel like 7 streamers, bro. Of course somebody's streaming. And if they're not streaming, I'm recording, so don't say anything crazy, motherfucker.
Right here.
Is my mic super loud?
No, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Weird. Sorry. Your audio's I haven't streamed to YouTube in a while. I just made the switch since I realized I can't really get myself banned from Twitch, or I won't be able to go on my sister's streams.
You're gonna get banned.
Wait. Wait. Hold on.
Not necessarily. You
Just to be clear, Lauren, are you actually banning? Are you actually streaming this
Aha.
on Twitch?
No, she's streaming.
No,
on
I'm streaming on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna say because I thought you were banned, but yeah, okay, we're good.
If she works it, like, I'm curious about this. Say she streams to Twitch, right? And she got banned, and all of our faces are on there. Do we also get banned?
No. It's just
No.
the person.
Okay, cool.
With that being said, I do respect her solidarity with Destiny there. We're gonna go ahead and start if you guys don't
There's the
mind.
virtue signal, don't
Bro,
respect.
just
And
sell
I
me your
respect Destiny's
prawns.
solidarity with me.
That was actually
All right,
why I
whatever.
got banned, because I stand by Mr. Girl.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Okay.
I really appreciate it, man.
All right.
Wait, I said I would only be on this thing if there were 6 people or less. There's 7.
Yeah, Doobie doesn't count as a person.
I hate Twitch people. I hate that you do this. It is disgusting. Why
No.
can't you just be normal and have 4 people on a panel?
So this is
Okay,
not.
hold on, wait. When you hosted that all-women's conservative panel, weren't there like fucking 7 people on that?
It wasn't mine. That was Chrissy Myers.
Checkmate. Too late.
Yeah.
All right.
I would never
Just for
do
the
something
record,
like that.
just for the record, there's 6 guests and 1 host. I am the host in this situation, so you guys don't have to worry about me like whatever. My whole goal is only to make sure that the conversation is actually a conversation and continues to move forward. I think in this case,
Why can't
because
you
of the
be
fact
normal?
that I think that we're almost all in agreement, or I would imagine it would be hard for me to find some disagreements for the most part. But you guys can always surprise me. I'm expecting this to be a very fruitful conversation. Lauren, this is your first time on the Fanatic show or the Fanatic panel, and the whole goal of this thing is actually to promote discourse. And I know that a lot of times Twitch and all those things can get crazy, debating, and all of these things. And normally I reach out to people and have a conversation before we actually go live and explain to them what the goal is and what the purpose is. And I doubt that you've seen too many of these panels of my specific panel, so you probably don't know that. but I do intend to make sure that the conversation is a conversation and not just crazy debate bro nonsense and people cutting people off and doing all sort of whatever. It's a conversation, a decent conversation. You know the type of conversation that you have when
We
you
got
first,
it. It's good conversation.
Really quick,
We
you know
got
the kind of
it. Okay.
conversation that you have typically when you meet a group of people and you're kind of uncomfortable.
Come on,
so you don't push
Bears.
back against everything. You just kind of let the
Do
conversation
me a
happen.
solid.
That's the goal here. I know this is your first time, so well, for some people do that. Anyway, this is your first time. I'm just hoping that you guys can actually make it a conversation. I will not be a panelist. My goal is just going to be a moderator. So with that being said, we're starting this conversation and we're starting the Fanatic Show. Thank you guys so much for being here. All of the things that I just said to Lauren, Lauren Southern, are the goal of the Fanatic Show.
Wait, which things are the goal?
Specifically, anti-blood sports, anti-hot takes, and all of those things. And I really do hope that this conversation can be very fruitful. And the topic today is specifically about, I think it's a combination of things, about just the ban culture in Twitch, specifically how that influences discourse, and about cancel culture. And so I guess we'll open
Guess
it
you
up with
can't
basically
break it.
this.
What
Twitch
else
has
is
not
around
been
here
very
that's big?
forthright regarding its bans. On the right, the topic of cancel culture has been a talking point to describe an autocratic, forced suppression of counter opinions to the left or right's perspective. It's just always been that way, depending on the person speaking about it. Examples of cancel culture on the right are the cancellation of Dixie Chicks, the Colin Kaepernick situation, the way people responded to Nike, or the boycotting of the NFL or other sports because of things that happen, like politically. And of course, the left's example of cancel culture are so insanely numerous, I don't even have to start listing it. We already know how it is because they're kind of the ones in power.
Weird dog.
So, I guess the way this relates to this situation is I think the vast majority of people here have been banned. Destiny just recently got banned without any sort of explanation as why it happened. Lauren Southern has been banned in the past. Mr. Girl has been banned. And so I guess I wanted to open up just kind of asking you guys to talk amongst yourselves about what just about the ban culture on Twitch, the ban policies on Twitch, and how it's directly impacting you guys, and whether you guys feel responsible in any way for your bans.
Yo, trancel culture.
Okay, stop. Okay.
I don't know what that means.
No.
Now we're gonna pretend we don't. No, we don't. Let's move on. It's gonna start already.
No, hey,
So
Matt,
true.
chill out.
Okay.
Just chill.
All right.
Let's just go
You
one
gonna
at a
walk
time.
over me in the friggin' heel?
Yes, you do.
What a Chad.
Let me take over.
Yes, you do.
Rest in peace, Omen boy.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go with your opening, Pedro. Then we'll
You
go
smell
over.
bad. Thanks for the
Okay.
sword.
Destiny got banned after promoting a bunch of people who are crazy, and they all circled around to backstab him. In fact, really, I think it's fake at this point. Lauren got caught up in a wave and said some things that just weren't tactically appropriate for the war, so she got fixated into battle. Max, let's be honest, even though you don't think it, and we're not blaming this on you, but what the activity on our side of the aisle you are engaged in is pretty much normalizing pedophilia, or you're a CIA op. That's why they got banned, right? The
Mr.
reason
Girl
why-
should be banned.
Can you describe your side of the aisle when you say that? Just to be clear.
the right people, all the people on the right, think that you are normalizing pedophilia or a CIA op. And business people in general don't like that either. They think that's the red line and it's time to get off the wagon at that point. So that's probably why you got banned.
All right, perfect opening take. Let's go to life.
Yeah. I mean, the source of a lot of this is the fact that Destiny, for a long time, gained a lot of followers from taking down a lot of rightoids. But the way he was doing it wasn't what people were interpreting. They were just enjoying the blood sports, right? They didn't know the underlying reason for the way he operated and why he was able to do what he did effectively. So then when he started turning his sights towards the people on the left, when he did the anti-lefty arc and all the fights he's been
Isn't he
doing,
supposed to be in
people
here?
are going through this what the fuck moment because they can't actually, again, understand why he's doing it. So to them,
Shit.
he's just become a right-winger who's now slinging his shit in the opposite direction for these rightoids, or he's agreeing with them, right? But the reality is they just don't understand that almost everything he does, except his Twitter shit, has some semblance
Oh, no.
substance to it, a well-reasoned point that you can lead all his arguments back to. And they can't handle it, so they do stupid shit, they lie, they freak out because they're
Who's they liking?
on the Lauren.
The left.
Nice, the Glizzy Goblin take. Destiny, you can go ahead and follow that up.
I say that I'm anti-cancel culture. And yeah. Wait, this is the prompt again.
Stunning and brave.
It was
that's
basically
it.
just like just general. I know.
No, seriously.
It's
what
okay.
do we, like, is there anyone who disagrees with banning here, or is this just like a banned anonymous circle where we all talk about our feelings about being banned? Like, what is the actual debate?
It's not necessarily a debate. It's a conversation. It's a conversation.
Yeah.
Trust me, we'll probably get to some heavy parts as the conversation.
We're here to circle jerk about how fucked up Twitch is, and then if I can find this.
No, we have to find something else to talk about because I've been in these conversations for 3 fucking years, and these are the worst conversations. Is all of us agreeing that Twitch has bad ban policies.
Wait, this Pedro, do you think I should have been?
It's not a circle jerk. It's not a circle jerk if you think of it this way. If you guys stop running in this hamster wheel, which is what? Oh, I'm gonna go along with these crazy people who I know are crazy, give them the keys to the palace, and then when I come back from having lunch, say, oh no, the palace got burned down, right?
Pedro, do you think I should have been banned?
Wait, we're gonna get into that. I feel like, look, just continue with the opening takes. Trust me.
Well, no,
You know what? Here's the real deal. Okay. Why
Give
are
it
all
to me.
conservatives
What's the real deal?
too fucking autistic to be artistic or creative or to do anything, so that they could have more control over some of the levers of society instead of being the most boring fucking people in the world? So that every single aspect of our culture is ran by ultra progressive left leaning people. There's the real point. As soon as all of the culture comes crashing down, conservatives are like, oh fuck, we don't contribute anything to any of this, and now we're fucked because the left people control literally every fucking facet of our entertainment and social media and everything else. There's your hard question.
Because I give you the
Pedro,
answer.
shut up. Woman moment right now. This is a woman moment, all right?
Well, actually, what are you in Canada? So that's right, you can't pull that shit on this panel. Just speak louder.
There we go. Okay.
Okay. I completely agree with you. I think it has been an absolute atrocious approach by conservatives to say, don't go into the arts. The arts are useless. Just everyone needs to get a trade. Trades are great. You're actually going to make money in that. But some people do need to make the sacrifice and be artists and get involved in that. I do think progressive and right-wing brains probably work a bit differently as well. It's connected to the actual ideology. But a question I wanted to ask back to you, because I can feel your frustration in the fact that progressives run everything, and therefore they can kick anyone who so much as slightly deviates from their ideology out of their spheres, whether it be media, streaming, arts, schooling. It's insane the degree of control they have over our society. Do you not feel any responsibility? Everyone here who, I don't know what Pedro is, but most of you kind of
Your boy sounding scared.
left, I assume. Do you not feel any responsibility in your past for having built up a degree of this? There are videos out there of you, Stephen, saying, yeah, I think we do need to deplatform people like me. In fact, you spoke my name in those videos. Do you feel any responsibility for that?
I think that the responsibility can go around to a million different things. I think that you can argue that left-leaning people have some responsibility for being pro-deplatforming, but I think you can also say that right-leaning people have some of the responsibility as well, right? Like, for the longest of times, whenever we'd complain about, overpowered corporations or anything in the United States, what was the default answer that people on the right always said? Oh, go make your own business. Oh, go compete and go do that. Well, the right has figured out that platforms like fucking Gab and whatever other failed social media abominations they've attempted to resurrect don't seem to be working very well. And it's kind of strange that, the only thing that finally brought right-leaning people over to the idea that maybe some corporations are a little bit too big and a little bit too powerful is when all of their fucking Twitter accounts got Zuckerberg. So, there's definitely, some schmutz to go around on people on the left's faces, obviously, but I feel like these are problems that have been kind of created by all of society, and I think all parts have contributed to the clusterfuck that we're in now. For as much as I make fun of left-leaning people today for how hard the culture is going to shift to the right, because it will, there's going to be a pendulum swing. I'll blame conservatives for a long time for making the culture shift to this far, right? Conservatives couldn't just chill the fuck out over things like abortion or gay rights. They just have no fucking chill. And now we've got, blue-haired people identifying as trans femme non-binary deer galloping up and down the streets. And it's like, yeah, okay, well, what the fuck do you think is going to happen? And now the left people are going to push the right people to the far right, and yeah.
Okay.
How do you think that is conservatives' fault that they
Wait,
think
Pedro, let her finish. Go ahead.
Correct.
Pedro, let her finish, and then I'll pull you in. Don't do it. Go ahead again, Lord.
So the right were correct about the slippery slope, and they were like, oh, I don't know, guys, we're going a bit too far this way. We're going a bit too
Better
far. And now
teach
we
me
have
about
people
puppets, bro.
identifying as deer. Everyone said conservatives were crazy to be saying that stuff. Everything else you said there, Destiny, I completely agree with.
had that for
All
like
the
2
conservatives
hours.
completely failed to have any control over, this corporate fascism we've got. It's such an
At least an hour and a
overused
half.
word, I know, but they own every side
Go ahead
and
and
every
scarf it down
facet
and
of our
wash
life.
your hands. Ready for
The
bed.
tail is wagging the dog in the way of politics. The corporations control a lot of our politics, a lot of our minds,
Okay.
the public sphere where we talk to each other. And yeah, conservatives for the most part have just sat on their asses, sat on their hands, and said, it's the free market, have
Love you
at
too,
it,
sweetheart.
and now we're fucked.
So
It's a lot of our own fault. I completely agree.
Would you guys say that there was ever an instance in which maybe the right was pretty heavily in control, and so then like anything that was kind of liberal with those kind of talking points and things were like heavily demonized, like things like abortion, things like literally the criminalization of homosexuality and things like that? Do you think there was ever a point where conservatives were in power and therefore controlling the narrative in such a way like that we can kind of see like the opposite effect happening now with the left? Or would you guys say that that's not related at all?
They still have it now.
Did you just say you think conservatives still have power now?
No, I'm sorry if you didn't hear
Sorry,
me.
who said that? I heard someone, Pedro. Yeah.
Pedro speak.
Wait, you're saying the conservatives have power
Pedro.
now, Pedro? Is that what you were saying?
They have a weapon so readily and easily accessible to them right now that they don't use it. That, like Lauren said, but she didn't point at it, due to their complacency and wanting to go to freaking football games, you just yell, okay, what's it go? Let's go, whatever. Let's go, Brandon. That they are resorting to that kind of signaling and thinking that's going to
Ripple
work,
blade,
rather than
interesting.
doing one simple thing.
Using their
Where's all the money on the right come from? Can anybody answer that question?
Oh no.
So, wait,
Lauren, what's the answer?
Where
You
is
alluded
this
to it earlier,
going?
didn't you?
Are we asking a
Where
certain
is this
question?
going?
We're asking
The reason why we are where we are right now is because that, yes, Lauren, we got complacent and we forgot about the resource that is the church. And due to our lack of ability to organize, like Destiny pointed out, not exactly artistic, but due to our not wanting to actually engage in politics, thinking that it's supposed to be separated from religion, we totally gave these lunatics the ground. And only the couple sane people, like I would say Destiny or you, Lauren, you got left with a whole bunch of crazies that when you actually started getting them provocative, hyping up their platforms, when it was time to, dispose of you because of your usefulness, they pretty much shot you in the back or in the face or fed you some line that you were supposed to say that got you kicked off the platform or out of your spot where you were actually most effective.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
This man out here
Yeah,
speaking
go ahead, Mr.
facts.
Grohl.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead, Mr. Grohl. What do you have to say?
And then,
Thank you.
Doobie's got to shut the whole thing down anyway. But Pedro, I just wanted to ask you, to be clear, do you think I
Yeah.
should have been banned? Because I don't think we can call this a circle jerk if some of us.
No, I just think your freaking hard drive should be checked, sir. That's all I think about you.
Do you? Okay, you don't think I should be banned from Twitch?
No, sir.
Okay.
Just rated by the
like-
FBI, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, just rate it. Yeah. Fanatic, do you think I should have been banned from Twitch? Is there anybody here who thinks anybody else should have been banned?
I think there was some justification.
Oh,
to
answer
some
the
of
question.
bans.
I want to hear an answer.
I'm saying I think there was some justification to the bans. Unfortunately, I'm not a panelist, so I can't really get into that very heavily. I think
I think
so.
there was some justification. It sounds like you think
Well, it would be if
Sure.
you're trying to avoid taking up too much
I'm
time.
not.
You can just say yes or no.
Did you
can say
invite
yes
a bunch
or
of
no.
people that agree and then you not partake in the conversation
Because
when
you
you're the
bitched
only
about it
one
as
with
soon
the
as you got
ability
you
to
did
talk
bitch
to
about it,
people?
Because
Lauren.
you said we
Yeah,
only had needed 6 people participating, and you hate
no.
while these go, so we need a moderator,
Oh,
right?
her
Here's
hands
the
are so
I
moderator.
didn't really
scarred.
know who was
Good lord.
joining
She's a
this
cutter.
panel. Why would you not bring on people who disagree with each other? I'm sorry.
Doobie.
I'm not running the show. I guess
I understand, and it's not your first time on the panel. I believe
do
that most
disagree,
people genuinely saw the lineup and were extremely excited for the conversation because the conversation can happen. And I get it; it's really difficult to turn off the debate.
Who do you think should have been? Who do you think should have been?
I
banned
get
out
that
of
it's
the three of
difficult.
us?
I get.
let's go
Hold on,
down
let me
the
finish
line.
this statement. I think it's
Who do
really
you think
difficult.
should've-
I think it's very difficult to turn off debate bro brain. But I think this can be a healthy conversation But I don't know. You guys are kind of wanting to take it over yourselves and so on and so forth.
Who do you think?
Can't
Who do you think?
have a healthy conversation with seven
Determine
people.
who did it. We should make
Sure,
it
I'll
good,
say it. I'll say it. Look, if
Burn,
you guys want
baby,
that, but I'm not going to
burn.
be a so it's kind of rough.
I want you to
Because
say
I don't know
who
how
you
much I'm
think
going to be able to
should have been
follow up on it. But yes, do
I
I
want
think
it.
that
Little
do I think
girl.
that there were some merits to the Mr.
Love you.
Girl ban? Absolutely. Do I think there were
Make sure you
merits
turn everything off,
towards
okay?
like some of the cancellation of Lauren
you.
Southern from the past? Absolutely. I think both of those things made a bunch of sense to me. I would say the great replacement theories that Lauren Southern supported, I think were kind of untenable positions that I think have led to some measurable harm. And so I would say because of those things that she probably could have been done.
Great.
Wait, you
okay.
believe
I
in
just
the
wanted
I'm
to
talking about back
establish
then. I
that.
don't know what she's saying recently.
Doobie,
Wait,
can you
Lawrence,
put your
really
flipper
quick.
down for a second? I want to do my introduction. Oh my God, you motherfucker! I wanted. No.
Lauren,
Let me do my introduction. Let me.
Wait, hold on. Don't everyone talk at once. Go ahead.
Okay.
Do your introduction.
I just want to
please.
introduce my perspective here because it feels like this whole thing feels a little disorganized the way everybody's coming at it. So, Pedro's got the kind of paranoid angle of like that this is like a psyop or I'm a CIA agent or somebody's feeding Lauren lines to take her down or the system is done with Destiny so they're going to take him. I have a much simpler view of what's happening. So I think with me, I think I'm saying things that are uncomfortable to lay people, especially in the highly puritanical space of online discourse. So I'm sort of intentionally, provocatively juxtaposing truths that are pretty well established and agreed upon in like psychology and academia, and taking them out of place and putting them and just sort of dropping them here and seeing the ripples and seeing what happens and using that to start conversations. And I understand that's upsetting to some people, confusing to people. Twitch wants to keep things a little dumber, so I understand that. I don't think that's a good reason, but I think that is what they're doing, and they're trying to phase out sort of uncomfortable conversations. They want people to play Minecraft, and that's pretty much it. Now, with Destiny and Lauren, I do think cancel culture really encapsulates what I'm talking about. So cancel culture, normal cancel culture, is when we take, there's a line. If you cross the line, you get silenced in some way. Okay, and that's always been true. Cancel culture is the process of moving the line either through collective norms or intentionally pretending you believe the line should be somewhere where you don't really believe it should be. You just want to put someone else on the other side of it. So you're moving it past people intentionally to ensnare them. And the thing about trans rights activism is that anyone can say they're trans, and then they are. Anyone can say they're non-binary, and they are. So it's a group of people that get to define their own existence and their own suffering, which is largely internal and based on self-reporting. So any validation, and it's very catching and seductive to people who are passive aggressive. And I'm not saying all trans people are like this. I'm saying trans rights activists, or the group is very attractive to people who want to use it this way and participate in this way. So if you get a few thousand people who want to move the line, not even as a whole, just draw a silhouette of Destiny with the line and say, oh, now look, you crossed it. When really the line crossed you, then you can ensnare and silence pretty much anybody. And then the third part of that is, as Fnatic brought up, do the rules make sense? Like, is Lauren breaking the rules by being vaguely racist in some way? Does it make sense that is breaking the rules? Should we ban people for being vaguely racist or not vaguely whatever it is you think of Lauren? Should we ban people who? What's the thing that Stephen that you said that you think you got banned for, saying biological
I don't
men should not?
know. I'm a little bit even uncomfortable speculating because it might have been maybe when I was like ranting or I called somebody retarded. Maybe I don't know, but
okay.
It seems to be that like of all the hate speech stuff I looked under, it was that I said that I don't think trans women should be competing with cis women because that seems to be violating like you can't exclude people based on a sexual characteristic. But
Right.
who knows?
Okay.
It could've
So,
been
but trans women shouldn't be competing with cis women, and
I mean that's like
it's-
a debatable topic, right?
yes, it's a debatable topic, right? It's not settled science, and certainly it's not socially settled. So that leads me to think: are there just are there just lefties? Are there just trans people making these decisions? We don't even know who's making the decisions. We don't know how many of them there are. We don't know what kind of process they go through. By all accounts, the process is fucking disorganized as hell because they ban people permanently and then unban them all the time, which is another problem, and then there's no transparency. So that's kind of like all of the inflection points that I see of like playing out into this situation.
Well, let's try not to be so long-winded so the conversation doesn't get frustrating to everybody else. You beleaguered that quite a bit. Doobie, let's get to your take really quick if you don't mind, please. I love you, Mr.
Motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Hey,
he just shit
I
on
love
you,
you
dude.
too. I love
you
you
got
too, but
absolutely
you're
fucking destroyed.
I might
You
have
have to
seemed
acknowledge that
long-winded.
he absolutely destroyed you there. Just acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Yo, Destiny.
I think that me taking a minute or two to lay out some ideas pretty clearly and actually concisely is different from you taking 45 seconds to answer a yes or no question.
Well, if you feel like
So
a yes or no is
long-wittedness, you have to take the total length of the thing you were saying and then the actual content that was in it and then sort of see the difference between those two.
Okay, you got me. I'm guilty. I'm long-winded too. I've always admitted that. Doobie, let's get to your take. You've had your hands up. Can you just go ahead and go through what you wanted to and just kind of feed the conversation?
Sure. So I think so my reading of the Twitch ban of like Destiny, for example, is that right? It does seem like that's the most likely thing based on the email or whatever they say. And I'm not a Twitch person. I'm a Discord person, right? And I'm seeing something very similar on Discord, where they have this new TOS that wrote out like 2 days ago, and it's basically banning a fucking wide variety of mainstream Republican positions, right? Can no longer be debated or spoken about on Discord, i.e., opposing like COVID mandates, questioning the vaccine shit, being opposed to trans people in sports. Very, very mainstream positions on the left and right. And I think that if it is that, right, the trans sports debate that got you banned, that's really fucking troubling because it's not just that they're like, it's like a translation or whatever. It's that they're effectively blocking out entire like things that currently the public is debating about and is split on. Right, where it's not like the trans sports thing is a settled topic. So that's like number one. Number two is Pedro. You said something that was really interesting. You said that you thought Mr. Girl was normalizing pedophilia. I think it was the words he used. But then you also said that he shouldn't be banned on Twitch. So are you okay with people normalizing pedophilia on Twitch? Like, it's just kind of a weird thing to say.
Pedro.
If you want to follow it on me, no, I think with this kind of mind, you need to engage with it rather than try and shove it off into the dark. And it's really easy to disarm his argument if you just let him speak in a real formal debate setting, and then boom, it's taken care of.
But
now,
if people were like normalizing
pedophilia
pedophilia all over Twitch, right? Not in a formalized debate setting, you wouldn't think they should be banned. Like actually.
Okay,
normalized pedophilia.
you would get me there. I would walk it back and say, yeah, he should be banned.
Okay, just wanted to be clear.
It's just that I don't want to scare him away and then have him in a position where he never gets actually grilled on his positions. Because what also this serves... Oh, sorry. Because what also this can serve is we can make an example of him.
Yeah, so you want him out in public where you can make an example of him, not like in a closet somewhere with, talking to kids.
Yeah. That's the scary part. That
what position
where
are you
have
about?
people like him who are in discords, right, grooming children, and what's happening is
Are you accusing me of
never get
grooming children in
confronted.
Discord?
Huh?
Are you accusing me of grooming children in Discord?
Do you think that doesn't go down, or do I have to always be?
Are you accusing me specifically of grooming children?
We
You said people like him grooming children.
You gotta track it. You gotta track it harder. Doobie's asking me.
I know
why
what's
shouldn't
happening.
people in
Yes or no?
general
Do you
be-
think I groom children in Discord? Do you have any evidence of that, or are you accusing me of that?
No, I'm not accusing you of that.
But
What I'm saying-
I just think that saying that he's
Well,
normalizing pedophilia.
Wait, do you think he
pretty,
does
like,
though? Pedro,
yeah.
do you think he does groom children in Discord? Could he? Is there a chance?
Intuitively, has he been in the background doing some shady things? I think so.
Well, it's possible.
You feel
So,
it's
so
a
all
shady
the people
thing.
here.
Sure.
What is
Well,
shady?
I
Wait,
don't
wait,
wanna-
He's the
wait,
most
wait,
likely
really
to
quickly,
have a
really
kid in
quick.
the basement.
What does shady things mean, Pick? What does that mean exactly?
Well, he's admitted that he has attraction to prepubescent children, right?
Wait, we can stop
Only,
right there.
only when I'm watching cuties. Continue.
So, Mr. Girl,
Yes.
here's a simple question.
Okay.
Would you label yourself a pedophile?
No, that's retarded.
the fuck does this have to do with getting banned from Twitch?
Everything.
Well, hold
everything.
on.
Every,
I don't
every,
know. If he's
everything.
normalizing pedophilia,
No,
if he's bringing
everything.
pedophiles on,
So-
and if Pedro over here is saying there's a chance to be,
I hope
well,
y'all got
it's
it.
a good, legitimate question.
No,
Yeah.
pedophilia is a consistent, sustained attraction, a strong attraction to prepubescent children. It's like a sexual orientation. It's not. It's like if I like look at Chris Hemsworth's crotch while I'm watching like a Thor movie, and I'm like, wow, he's got a nice dick. That doesn't mean I'm gay all of a sudden.
Okay, good. So then here's a follow-up. Outside of cutesy, because I know it doesn't necessarily need to be consistent or sustained.
Cutesy? Wait, is that like the sequel, or?
It's okay. Cuties, whatever the name of it was, I don't know. Do you have an attraction to children? Like, have you had attraction to prepubescent children outside of that movie?
I have a
Can you give us the yes or no?
Wait, Pedro, let him respond, please. You don't have to prompt him.
I have a
Give him the
repulsion
chance.
to purity testing. I think that we have to go off of things that all of us have already said, unless you're arguing that I should be banned for things that I think but have
Okay.
never said.
So I need you to answer the
But
question.
which I don't think we can. Yeah, that's my answer. Is I'm not going to answer your question.
Okay,
But
and that's okay. Go ahead. I'll let you finish and then I'll respond. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think that any of us, unless you're making the argument that you think you should ban somebody if you think you can detect a like latent sexual disorder or desire that they have that they're not speaking about.
I think what he's trying to ask is,
No,
would
I
you
got
be
it.
more excited?
I got
Would you
it.
be more
Come on,
excited if there
Destiny.
is a
Like,
sequel to
wait,
Cuties?
you
or
guys said you
prequel
wanted
to
a
Cuties announced?
conversation. You guys said you wanted that. Like, here, let me just go ahead and drive it home really quick. So I think the problem is, and this is I think where this is where we run into an issue, is like you were saying, like I don't understand why I had anything to do why I got banned. When I think you are very well aware that a big portion of your platform is specifically.
No, I
thought you weren't a panelist.
I get it. I know, but you guys were complaining that the
I
conversation
understand
was
that
too
I got
circle
banned.
jerky. Hold on, I'm gonna finish talking really quick because you guys were complaining
Sure.
that the conversation was too circle jerky. So I'm just trying to actually push into this thing since it seems like no one else is going to. Kind of prompt Pedro too, but it's okay. Anyway, so the idea is, I feel like if your platform, if your branding is associated with pedophilia, and then you can't answer a very simple question like, have you had attraction to children? And the reason why you were your ban was shortly after you did an interview with someone who has POCD, which I believe is called pedophilia OCD, then it seems to me like I think if you would be willing to simply distance yourself from that thing, then maybe you might have a claim to like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense for me to be banned. But it seems like because of your unwillingness and reluctance to do so, then it starts to, I can understand Twitch's association. So when you asked me the question earlier, do I feel like you should have been banned? I felt like there were justifiable reasons because of your reluctance to distance yourself from pedophilia and the platforming of people with pedophilia OCD and those kind of things. That I think is why you ended up getting banned, and I think that would be justified.
Okay, you're making a big swirl of descriptive and prescriptive statements here, but I understand you think that I should be banned for that. I just want to be clear that we're talking, there's a big difference between grooming children on Discord, which is a act, it's a crime, it's wrong. Being a pedophile, which is a certain amount, I guess, a threshold of thoughts, sexual thoughts and feelings about prepubescent children, and then there's things I've said out loud. And so you could do what Pedro's doing and extrapolate from one to the next and say, well, if a guy said that about cuties, he's probably raping kids in Discord. Now, whether that logically makes sense, I think it's stupid. I think I was banned because people are too stupid to understand what I'm saying. However, if you want to make that extrapolation and make those jumps, you can, but the question is, should we be doing that? And should we be banning people based on the assumptions that we get to? Same thing with Destiny. Only a Nazi would say something like that. So that must mean he is trying to promote hatred of trans people, so we should ban him, not because of anything he's specifically said, but what it seems like he's thinking. And I don't know if that's the justification, but I've certainly heard that.
Doobie,
So are we banning people for their thoughts? Or what they say?
I actually wanted to kind of push Pedro about that because that seems like a. So first off, saying that he's.
Do I get
Hold on,
to do my,
what was
do I get
Fanatic's
to do my
response to that?
introduction?
Keep pushing.
You had your chance.
Had my
pushing.
chance.
Okay, wait, we got to hear Fanatic's response first. So, Fanatic, do you think that Mr. Grove should be banned because you are trying to divine his thoughts based on his interviews with with the pedophile OCD person?
One, I don't believe that that's an accurate representation of what's happening. Much more just responding to his repeated lack of response or willing to just state things that touch like that he's a pedophile. And it seems like he intentionally skirts the line between like somewhat claiming to be like a pedophile in some senses or to have some sort of struggle with those thoughts.
Well, I don't think you should be
Does that
banned for
rise
being
to
a
the level
pedophile.
of ban? Like everybody.
Can we get in? Can we get in a little bit?
If I can finish responding. So
Guys, this is absolute bottom of the barrel. Like, this is disgusting. It's literally just getting a group of people together to talk about talking, and no one disagrees with each other. And we're just trying to find random arguments that don't even have any context to what the initial panel was about, because there's such a deep desperation for content. Because if you don't make content, then you don't get money, and you don't get fucking views. And if you don't get views, then what's the purpose of your life as a Twitch streamer? I hate this, and I'm gonna leave. All right?
Okay.
Fuck you all. Bye.
You're leaving because you're a pussy.
Wait, really quick.
You're leaving because you're a pussy.
Wait, hold on. Let me respond. Let me respond to that.
Clearly,
really quick,
I was
before you do
banned
that,
because of
I'm gonna have to
the
mute
thing
you.
we're talking
I gotta
about.
mute you, Mr. Grove, because I had something to respond to that. That the point is, first off, not about. It never has been. This platform has never been about getting content. I've literally actively avoided a bunch of situations where there would be content. Even in this thing, I told you that it was about a conversation, not so much a debate. I think what the problem is, it's not so much that people are like literally grasping for straws for debates. What I think the actual problem is that Lauren Southern, you came into this conversation.
He's gone.
Okay, I got you, but I'm saying this for posterity's sake. You came into this conversation specifically with the intention of it being a debate bro environment and a content thing. And this is again my fault because I didn't prep her and help her to understand exactly what the purpose is of this thing. That's my job to do as a moderator, and I failed there. And I think this now we're running into another Chud Logic situation. This isn't the exact same, but it's something similar. So I think the point is it's not about grasping for straws. From the beginning, my intention was to actually bring up the reasons why people are being banned and have these things discussed. What Pedro was going to do, I hope, was going to be to push back against some of the great replacement theories and things that Lauren Southern has espoused in the past. And that was going to be the thing. It's not grasping for straws to talk about the fact that there was some sort of chance with that. But apparently, if she has no patience, because of course she thinks it's just an attention grab, even though she literally was the person coming in here specifically saying, well, how do you have a debate with all these people in agreement? How do you generate content? And that's on her to do so. But anyway, moving forward, Mr. Girl, I feel like I kind of laid out what I specifically thought. The idea that you were.
And my question is, do you think that if somebody can be deduced to be a pedophile, or even if somebody says they're a pedophile?
Oh, good, Adis. It's about time. I had to go read a story. A scary story.
I think.
But I'm back.
I mean, the assertion that we're not talking about anything relevant to Twitch bans when we're talking about why I got Twitch banned and whether I should have been banned is insane. So clearly she left because I assume something with her chat.
I think
Let's go.
You were intellectually.
I think
All right. I know that this has been playing and all, but I want to hear this shit.
Heavily in control, and so then like.
Are you accusing me of grooming children in Discord?
Huh?
Yeah,
Are you
I'll
accusing me of
join
grooming children
Discord.
in Discord?
Do you think that doesn't go down, or do I have to always be?
Are you accusing me specifically of grooming children?
We
You
weren't
said
talking
people
about-
like
you gotta-
him
you
grooming
gotta-
children.
You gotta track it. You gotta track it harder. Doobie's asking me.
I
why
know what's
shouldn't
happening.
people in
Yes or no?
general
Do you
be-
think I groom children in Discord? Do you have any evidence of that, or are you accusing me of that?
No, I'm not accusing you of that.
Do you
I'm
think he
saying-
does,
I just think that saying that he's
Well, what-
normalizing pedophilia.
Wait, do you think he
pretty
does
like-
though? Pedro, do you think
Anus?
he does groom children in Discord? Could he?
It is
Is there a
time.
chance?
Intuitively,
time.
has he been in the background doing some shady things?
So I have this character semi following in your footsteps of strength, but gonna push the arcane.
Of course you are, you fucking casual.
Strength arcane? That's
Yeah.
casual?
Yeah, arcane, yeah. Bleed, yeah. Definitely. There's
No,
not
not
really any
bleed.
good strength arcane weapons other than the one greatsword is like okay.
Well, I haven't looked into
Wow.
it, but I'm. What was wow?
Man,
Did you just jump off?
maybe.
I get to see it. Oh boy. Damn.
My shame. It was the
immortalized on
swords.
the
They're
internet
so
forever.
heavy. They just kind of they throw you off kilter a little bit when you're running.
Funny enough, if you have a great sword in one hand and in your right hand,
Oh, I
when
know
you
what you're about
jump,
to say. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Yep. God damn it.
Raises your hitbox just a little bit. Man, I was literally gonna ask you earlier if you had seen anything about jumping recently. Man,
Almost exclusively.
that was a good video though. That's pretty good information to have. I'm gonna start jumping more.
It kind
I
of
use it
explains
against.
the PvP thing a little bit more, especially if they swipe horizontal.
Yeah, it definitely. Man, that jumping comes in handy too. That explains why you can dodge the ice thing from the giant. Oh, geez, they immediately fuck.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking
By
about.
jumping off your horse. Yeah.
Yep. So I had my thing of needing to kill the 5 people, and I'm doing it by map area. Unfortunately, I can't invade until after I kill Godric.
But you can lure people, right?
Oh yeah, I guess I can do that. I can get invaded. I can just get invaded and ambush them. Wild strikes with a great axe? It's pretty good.
I don't know. Wild strikes reduces your damage so much. I don't know.
No, everyone at this level especially has such low poise, it just stun locks.
Oh, nice.
Basically. And everybody's so scared, summoning so many people to try and fight Godric. I got fucking, like, one of the people they summoned was clearly twinking because, or you know, playing with a friend kind of thing, because they had, like, the Godskin peeler. Not peeler,
Oh, nice.
the thrusting one.
The
Whatever that's
sewing
called.
needle.
Sure, well, Fat Boy's
It's
rapier.
the Godskin needle, right?
Needle? I don't know. I picked it up once on one character, never had any.
Oh my
intention of
god.
using
Man, they just live just barely after one hit, and that's so unfortunate for me. Look at them going in unison. Bunch of fucking gay dancers.
So far I've been able to kill one that I invaded. The other I'm not counting because I invaded and I was able to stick around even though they were in the boss fight.
Interesting. I've heard of that happening.
So they died and I did get the souls. I got 2,000
Hey,
from his
we
summon.
count those.
But all right, and it's going on the tally here.
It's going on the list. But only if you can remember his name.
Fuck. All I know is it started with a B.
Well,
Like
doesn't
Baldy
count.
or something. Well, he had a summon who gave me 2,000 souls, but he was only worth 100.
What? How does that work?
I have no idea. I wish I knew.
I'm getting these smithing stones. I wonder if I can level up my sword. I think I need like level 7s. Is that the one you get here?
Here, wait, that's, I think that's Somber 8.
You get one of each here.
One of each here?
Yeah, you get one from the
Right, 'cause it's
Godskin
right
duo,
outside,
and then you
yeah.
get one from the bonfire.
Yeah. So that would be level, I think the 8, or like the 7 and 8 for regular and the 9 for Somber. It's like the very end of whatever line.
There's only 4 for regular, right? Each one gives you 2 up until 8.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I hope so.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, there's one more. So the one Somber is going to give you Smithing Stone 8. The 9th one is going to be at the altar right before you get to the Dragon Bridge with the.
Oh yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah. How am I doing this? What's going on? I'm remembering things.
Yeah, you look it up a good 6-7 times. Eventually, you might remember. Man, I don't know how I beat the very first like mini boss of the game because it was one of these guys, and they just shit on me every time. Faramazula beasts are just too powerful. They got too much.
Maybe you're just not
too
as
much
good as
going
you
on.
thought you were.
I'm exactly as good as I thought I am. It's just they're even better.
They're Faramazula Beast Plus.
Ah shit, Corrin died.
Orin?
Ah, shit. Nefeli died.
Uh-oh. And you never got in contact with them, did you? Damn. No quest lines.
I got the motherfucking weight thing from her.
Oh.
Thing that makes
Oh,
you
I'm going
weightless.
for the,
Oh man, that was not the smithing stone thing that I needed. What the fuck? Am I tripping balls?
You need a regular or somber?
There's still one more. So it must be the one from the Godskin duo. Or is that a
it's probably
somber
it.
one? I just
Well,
don't know.
like I said, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get the last two for the smithing stone right there, either at the Godskin duo or at the bonfire. But Somber Stone 9 is at the altar before the before Malekith.
You gonna come help me fight this bullshit Godskin duo? With old sad
Sure.
Jerry?
Yeah. He'll bleed him for sure with those
It's
dual
only
curve
fair
blades.
2v2.
Yeah. And the fact that you've like carried me through so many bosses.
Oh! I just picked up a somber smithing stone 9. That's nice. I should like pick it up 20k off the floor. I'll take it.
Die Tree Boy. I'm just gonna keep that character now. I was thinking about deleting it, but no, that face every time. I just look in her
perfect.
very crooked eyes.
Your new character should be her. Are you not playing as her?
No, I'm playing as
Playing as
Plasma
Laser?
Pistol.
Ah.
Yeah.
Man, these Brandish Knights are so much easier to kill now. Holy shit. That was free.
Oh, it's not Jerry. It's Uwu that's Bleeder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jerry's a faith scrub.
Yeah.
Man, I saw this space spell that this dude cast. It was like a bunch of red lightning that comes out, like randomly. And I also got hit by it in PvP, and it just instantly killed me. You used it against Placidukes, and it fucking, like, it didn't one-shot him, but he had like half of his health. And he got hit by so many of those things that he died. It was pretty wild.
Funny enough, I probably have it on Uwu.
Yeah, and not Jerry.
Yeah. Probably should go get that.
I love that you can run into the boss room and then hit this bonfire. Alright, I'm right here, Aegis. I need you to come here.
Where is that? What is that one called? The Transept? Yep.
Dragon Temple Transept.
Are you pooping?
Nope. Damn. Oh, I am. Never mind.
Where are my souls? Go.
This isn't Jerry. You gotta bring Jerry.
Why Jerry?
Because this character will just murk him.
Did you not want to murk him?
No, I just want to have a fun fight.
Oh.
You gotta go jump off something and die.
Or I can just slash the air.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Suicide is painless.
Well, I can't even
It
get back up,
brings
can I?
on many.
Oh, no.
Right here, Aegis. What are you worried about? There's a
I
hole
know.
in
I
there.
was trying to do it fashionably.
Why don't you take a step that way, friend?
I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Hold on. You take a small step when you wave.
We lost him.
Hello, Oblivion. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Hello,
All right,
tornado.
then.
Come,
Sent to
sad
Jerry.
man Jerry.
From software. You ever feel like all these April Fool's jokes just try too hard?
I haven't seen a single April Fool joke today.
I sent you one.
Oh. Well, I didn't see it.
The Honda?
That was April Fool's joke?
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought it was a funny ass video. How's that April Fool's joke?
Like they
Is
had
the
a whole
title?
thing in the comment. Oh man, that dude. You should have read the description of that video. Like anybody does that.
Oh, well, it was funny as shit.
All right.
It gave it away when it put that little TM on the Accord, though. It was just so obvious from that point.
Yeah. Good detail.
Man, people make that on a daily basis, though. That was just a meme, as far as I was concerned.
Yeah, the description says, or no, it's not description, it's the first comment that they left and pinned it. I'm amazed that Honda reached out to me to sponsor this video. I'm even more amazed that Honda will be working with From Software to integrate Honda brands and properties into future of From Software's library of games. As longtime viewers will know, my first car was a Kia Rio, which was utterly destroyed in a collision with a Honda Civic, which, in contrast, emerged unscathed from the wreckage. Ever since, I have a healthy fear and respect for Honda and their vehicles, and would comply with their demands as though my life was in danger.
Because it is.
As it is. I think the only thing I have going for me in this fight is the Malekith's blade.
Man, that was 1,600 damage? That
Ow.
barely counted for anything.
Ow. He jumped my attack. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
The Stitcher, that's what it's called.
Oh my god. I got hit by a fireball because you were healing. Oh shit.
Oh god. Which is gonna start rolling. Yo, that hit me? That really hit me, bro?
Oh, what?
I hate his fire tornado. That shit has such bullshit fucking range.
Gotta adjust my spells to a little bit more PvE basis.
Let me get some tea and some tea.
Good choice. I don't think Frenzy would do a whole lot to them.
You got that ice dragon spell? The one where you shoot lightning and it does ice?
Guess I never got that on this one.
Oh my god. Delicious.
Should be enough.
Did you know Black Flame does extra damage to the Elden Lord? The Elden Beast?
I mean, it makes sense based on the lore.
Yeah, I thought that was neat.
I'm not sure if you noticed, the Godslayer Talisman is in Stormvale Castle, which boosts Black Flame, or the Black Flame incantations, along with the Godskin Prayer Book. So I wonder if Godric had some role in wanting to kill the gods as well. Maybe be the only one. I'm gonna buff you this time.
Now you're gaming. should just stagger him personally. Damn, you're doing some real damage over there, pal. What are you doing?
I enchanted my my blade with lightning.
Shit, it worked. Why won't you stagger? Oh, finally he staggered and you killed him.
Timed it perfectly. Is this the way?
Not so mighty anymore, are you, Godskin Duo?
Oh my god.
What?
If I'm reading this right, it said... Oh no. Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
815 damage on this thing.
Pretty good.
On a rapier.
It's a good one. Is this fire never end? Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck off.
That's the power of faith buffs. Yo, you still keep doing this shit, bro? Fucking chill.
Oh no, my shield.
I'll save you, Adis.
I may have to rebuff. I do.
Thanks for your help, squad.
Oh no, we're done. Never mind. Yeah. Well, brings it to 7 to 9. Wow, the Golden Vow really does a bunch, doesn't it?
I mean, yeah.
Huh. Now I can play the game. Let me know when you need my service.
Anticipated. And we fucking wrecked them.
Would have been even faster with bleeds.
Yeah, right? Those curved swords would have fucking melted them.
Yeah, I was kind of looking forward to it, and then it was taken away from me.
Oh well. Nothing personal, kid.
I wonder if there's a weapon that has naturally high strength scaling, so I can make it scale off arcane, and then also dip into strength.
You want to use arcane so bad. Bleed's just so strong.
Not using it for bleed, I'm talking about occult.
Whatever you say.
Bleed
pal.
on heavy weapons is pointless, because it doesn't build up fast enough.
No, it's still pretty good. Dudes will use great swords with bleed on them in PvP. And man, it works, unfortunately.
Any of these flowers do that.
I'm gonna go die to this Crucible Knight a bunch of times.
Nah, just bury him.
With what? My dick?
Put parry on your great sword.
Well, Misbegotten Warrior didn't stand a fucking chance. Dude, that shield bash gets me every time. Might be hard to hit this asshole, but at least I won't have to hit him a lot of times.
They're like the Black Knights from,
No, not even close.
No,
Black
they
Knights, you
have a
can
very
literally
similar...
just circle around them, and backstab them over and over.
Yeah, but no, he's like a souped up version.
Their attacks are so easy to dodge.
Souped up. Time to lure in invaders.
They don't have
And then
magic powers.
pretend to be a lantern.
I love pretending to be items. Might be the best part of PvP.
What can I be in the castle? Oh, I could be a low texture flame turret.
Yeah, they need to up the textures on the mimic things. Makes it too obvious.
Yeah. This piece of wood's okay.
Of course he's got a farm. Why wouldn't he?
Now I just have to be invaded. I'm pretty sure, like
That's
the
what you get for
gods
using your
against-
furry bullshit. You stupid Crucible Knight.
Their little their well, I guess not little, but their lunge that they do towards you, I'm pretty sure is on reaction of you using a flask, like the Godskin duo throwing fireballs at you.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, why does this thing take 16 intelligence? I just want this. Man, it's so stupid.
Made of the ruins of, I think, Far Missoula or Yitza, I'm not sure.
I guess I can take the points I have in Dex out. I don't need Dex anymore.
Level PvP.
Well, I think the Rune's Greatsword would be better in PvP.
You got a good weapon art?
Yeah.
Is it the greatsword or the grafted?
I'm using the Grafted and the regular Greatsword right now. I'm gonna get rid of the Grafted.
Okay.
Cool. I don't need Faith. Do I need any Dex? I'm not sure. Wait, I need 12 Dex actually. Fuck. For Greatsword.
Level that bitch up.
Yeah.
You did get the bell bearing, yeah. Right, does nobody want to play? There's just no PvPing going on in this castle.
Yeah, poop on?
No, not on this one. There's like 4 signs to be summoned for the fight. They don't look like the most capable bunch.
The fact that it's a
Knight
bunch.
with katana, knight with a spear. I don't want to summon anybody. I just want to be invaded. I may have to kill Godric so I can get the invading finger reusable. I tried to run straight to Raya Lucaria. Not Raya Lucaria. Laria Lakes.
Does it go very well?
No, he wasn't there. He doesn't move from the starting point until after.
You know, I'm about to walk up on a new Somber Ancient Dragonstone. Might as well keep in Farum.
Somebody actually summoned me when I put my duelist sign down.
Nice. Absolute Chad.
Actually, a complete noob that doesn't know.
No.
Huh. What's a red sign? Does that mean they're higher level?
Alright, I can one-shot these guys now. This sword's already stronger than the grafted. That's cool.
Nice.
Oh, wait, no, I'm retarded. I also leveled up my greatsword, so probably that.
Oh, cool.
I think I wasn't like a little
So I
gap
got
there.
summoned
died.
so I could get tag teamed here by somebody wearing the bull goat and
I wonder
using
if he's a
the rod. Yeah, for sure. He wasn't doing a lot of damage, but he was annoying. This motherfucker had 2 summons. Jesus.
He wasn't doing a lot of damage, but neither was I.
Yeah. Well, that's the only way to get some PvP in here. It's a narrow hall. They have all the advantage. I'll take it.
You gotta learn the way of anti-gank. Gotta lure them out one at a time.
Yeah.
Gotta try to get them around corners and stuff.
Well, I have to do it as a duelist, so they already know where I'm spawning too.
Just run away immediately.
Oh.
You get a few moments of invulnerability. Which, if they're cramming you up right when you spawn in, you can just kill them because you're invulnerable and they're not.
Good to know.
Could probably use that talisman. That's a good one.
Oh no, this guy's an idiot. God damn it. He really did try to summon me for the boss fight.
Kill him. Kill him!
No,
Kill him!
Fog gate. He just turned around and walked through the fog gate.
Oh, damn.
I hope you die. I'm just be a piece of shit immediately. I just can't.
So, what, they just send you home?
Yeah, as soon as they go through the fog gate. Unless I load in while they're stepping through, it's very weird. But that was only during an invasion.
Yo, Crucible Knight can jump. Holy shit. Did not expect.
Oh no.
That did
You
not
think you
kill
could?
him.
He tried to get a backstab on summon, like a dumbass.
I'm assuming it worked.
No. I just began
What?
swinging my sword around. Okay, so that's 3. 2 more. Then we fight God. He was worth a whopping 23 runes.
Why?
Because I got summoned as a duelist, so it's like nothing on top of nothing.
Yeah, but what level are you? 10?
23.
That's kind of low for Godric.
You're probably right. I should probably go do some other shit level.
No, you should give it a try. See if it is.
Yeah, once I get these 2 more kills. If someone's stupid enough to summon me.
I'm sure you leveled up your weapon already.
It's +5.
Now that's super over leveled. Wait,
It's a regular.
regular boy? Okay.
Yeah. It's like a +2.
What are you using?
Say again, you can't cut out.
What are you using?
The Great Axe.
Man, it's got bodied so hard. Man, I prefer Black Knights. They're easier to parry. You can backstab them easy. They have a variety of weapons.
Yeah, these guys only get 2. I even bought a blue ring to try and be summoned into other people's worlds.
I assume that's going really well.
Not a 1. Oh, I'm being summoned again. Did you grab your shield talisman?
Yeah, I'm wearing it.
You know, you could
Man.
go past him to that bonfire and then just jump back, right?
Oh, you can jump back?
It's Luna! Yay!
I thought it was a one-way.
Oh no, they didn't know I was an adversary.
How do you not know?
I don't know. These people are dumb.
It's red. Red means bad.
I want to
lied to me, it is.
imagine like they're playing these games in their room and they're just like, I'm struggling with this boss. I need so much help.
You fucking lied to me.
What's this? Wait, what?
You lied to me.
Okay, keep going. All right. If you look at where the bonfire is to what it looks like it's going to be the south. If you're standing at the bonfire, there's a ledge you can go to and jump back over. You're standing at the bonfire. I don't know.
You lied to me.
Not at all.
Look at him. Now he's looking down at me.
Oh, right, let me add that one to the list. They were all happy when I got there, too. They started, like, dancing around. But what is that like? You're struggling with Godric. You're just having the worst time of your life. You go for this weird red sign, and then, boom. They just kill you.
Gotta resummon your friend, now you're pissed.
Oh, there was no friend, either.
Oh, no.
They thought I was gonna help. Come back.
Can Crucible Knight only make the first jump?
Oh, lame. I hope I'm also getting in the way of other summons.
I can't believe you lied to me. My feelings are kind of hurt.
Isn't there a follow-up to Wave of Destruction?
I don't know, is there?
Isn't it supposed to pop up as well?
I don't know.
Perhaps press it twice.
Nope. It's over here making me waste my FP, I see. Is this a joke to you?
Oh, that's not what I thought that was at all. When you did it that first time, I didn't see a wave pop out like that. I thought it was like a
on the
pulse.
count of there being no ground in front of me, yeah.
Oh, that would do it. How much? Why does that bird have fucking 1,200 health? Oh man, it's a wizard.
All the better to fuck us with.
Fucking twink builds, Jesus.
You know you love them. They're your favorite kind of builds.
Hey, he couldn't even kill me. Well, that's 5. If we're counting old can't do it.
No, he couldn't remember his name, so.
Rules and stipulations. I didn't read the contract.
They may apply. It's non-refundable though. Don't forget that. Yo, fuck birds. Birds are so fucking gay.
Speedrunners through here just end up saving and quitting to reset their positions.
Good. That's what they deserve. Why is this dragon already hurt?
Perhaps you hit him before.
No, he's always hurt. Yeah, that bird is coming out of nowhere. They're really gonna come. Oh my god, I cannot. Birds are so stupid. My boy just disappeared.
Did you also watch a video on rare attacks that enemies have in Dark Souls? Oh, wow. One that I saw that you didn't. Fascinating.
Just a Hydra one.
Nah.
With his rare flying attack.
You know I think it was the turtles that have the big old shells on their oh, they summoned me and then went into the boss fight. What did that mean? The turtles with the big old mallets near the first encounter of the Pursuer in Dark Souls 2?
Not particularly.
Well, they have a...
Wait, yes.
Aha! So if you have your back to them, they have a very, very, very small chance of kicking you, which puts you into a riposte situation.
That's hilarious. What would your back ever be to them?
I don't know.
If you stand behind them, they try to sit on you. Fuck, I hate those guys. If you're in front of them, they do like a huge wide arc. You have to roll.
I am an adversary once more. Who shall I die to, or... Oh, that's cute.
Man, I love one hitting everything. Man, these guys just be doing too much.
Oh, I got slept.
Interesting. Kind of early on in the game to be getting slept.
Yeah.
They're definitely twinking.
His name is Lego My Laughs. Gross.
What?
I don't know how I got slept. That was weird. I don't know like what they have that unless he has sleep arrows.
Well, yeah. What else would it be?
But it's like I'm not sure how he would have so many.
St. Trina lilies are everywhere.
It was his summon that was mostly getting in the way.
BRB, gotta pee, and then I'm gonna make this sword +10. Let's go.
Winning. Shit, No, I don't want to be summoned for somebody else's Godric fight. Thank goodness.
And back.
How unfortunate for me.
I do gotta get going though, because I got a children's birthday party I gotta beat up early tomorrow for.
Ah. Have fun with that.
Huh? What'd you say?
Said have fun with that.
No.
Well, I'm doing all I can do in this situation. Well, I guess I'm taking my 5 that I had before. Let's, where can I get some more levels? Freed him. The High Road Cave. Did I finish that? Good. Which, I only found out the High Road Cave existed on accident. I was helping Alexander once more, and for the first time noticed the updraft thing near him that led to another river that I had never been down.
Found it.
Yeah.
That's what makes the game fun.
Oh good, it's nice and bright in here. Just one? Oh, I can deal with this.
Well, ladies, it appears this rune's greatsword used to belong to the Lord himself. As it does 777 damage.
Ah. It's a numerical. Why did your camera just get so much bigger?
Like right this moment?
Yeah, it takes up a lot more of the screen.
It's been like that.
In no way.
Because I'm beautiful.
It has been taking up like that much of the screen?
Yeah. Ain't nothing going on in the top right. You good.
Fair enough. Dark, lascivious.
Man, killing this fucking dragon's gonna be a pain in the dick.
Give me your
Oh,
bones.
jeez. Oh, it's gonna be such a pain in the dick.
Time to throw in the towel already.
I can already feel the pain in my dick.
If you have an erection lasting longer than 4 hours, please consult your doctor. Oh man. Damn, it's okay. Apparently, you can use the shackles to reveal hidden doors as well.
Yo, he just what? He just like what? What?
I gotta see this. I feel like you had a bad time. Ooh. Oh no! He just like passively stepped on you, and that was enough to push you off.
It's like, let me just
Brilliant.
sweep this dust out of here.
Ew, a faggot. Area of left. Be wary of left.
Man, this is gonna be tough.
Oh, it's just a leaf.
Boy, that's a lot of help. I wonder if this is a good time to try my special.
Could totally put that on here. I need more damage, so I will. Oh wait, there's another wolf that I can't see because I don't have a torch. They have this convenient glowing dot that lets me know where the enemies are.
Aw, man. Come on,
Any kind
man.
of long range weaponry, huh?
Man, enough with the secondary explosions.
Huh. I got his attention. Huh. He's trying his best to gain altitude.
Best of what?
Be wary of behind. Aha! Three level 1 smithing stones. Not bad. Here.
Oh my god, dude, dragons are tough. Can't hit them. Die immediately.
Great sword problems.
You'd think big weapons would be good for big enemies. But here I am. Sucking.
Hey, oh, Jesus. There's one more octopus. Tiny one. How do I get down? I don't want to die. Wait. No way, I'm not going to survive that. No jumping head first. Am I dumb?
Always with the secondary explosions, bro.
don't like this cave.
You just slapped me out of the motherfucking air. Oh, this is as far as I've gotten.
Shamshir?
Shamshir, sword? Short sword?
Shamshir. Yeah. Huh. Never got that one. Oh my god, this one bat's about to kill me. Jesus. Oh, let me read what this weapon says. No lore implications. Cool.
And he's slightly under half. Oof.
Have any warmth stones? No, nothing.
And so am I. Man, I wish I could hit him in the face. Oh great, it didn't do any extra damage, so I guess I don't care if I hit him in the face. Man, come on, he even hit me. Like put his armpit on me.
I'm scared of this thing. Oh my god. Oh, fuck you. Damn it, that was my last of my kukri. Oh, there was a stake. Good. Now you can die while I have Estus. Oh, it's all the way up here. Goddamn. Well, I know where I'm going. Still a bunch of bats. Man, I'm in a bad spot. Oh. I love it when the bats fall into the water. Die.
What are you in that super dark cave?
Yep.
I hated that cave. I had to kill them all with motherfucking arrows.
Have stamina. Don't eat your arm, you piece of
Is that
shit.
the one with like a golem for the boss?
I haven't made it that far. I'm on the octopus.
Gives you the talisman that gives you more damage for less carry weight.
Oh, is that where that's from?
Yeah.
Cool.
Got a big brain.
Spoilers.
Got all the memories of all the caves. Psych.
Even the ones in the forest.
There's ones in the forest.
No, the game.
Oh no, that forest. Yeah, I don't remember anything from that game. Except pain. Weird jambalaya monster when he's got a million pieces.
Oh yeah.
I think it was so fucking scary when it came through. I couldn't believe that shit. That was pretty much the only thing in that game I hadn't seen before we went to go play. Well, actually, there was actually a bunch of new items and stuff too. So that's kind of cool.
Ah, finally found the boss.
Lots of new buildables too.
I wonder if they've done any updates, or when is the Sons of the Forest coming out?
Should be really soon, actually, right?
I think so. May 20th.
Alright. Oh, he's not dead. Fuck.
Oh, it is just a
please
golem.
don't kill me. Alright. Got him. Now I can level my greatsword up to 25.
Oh yeah, of course. I forgot your exploding weapon. Easy, breezy, beautiful. Cover grill.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's maple leaves.
Maple what?
Maple leaves. doesn't seem like a lot for a ancient dragon smithing stone. But I
What
guess
is it?
more is just more. 18. I guess. Yeah. Your strength's only gonna go up from there. Wait, how did they get a golem into that cave?
You're asking too many questions.
It seems like a really important one. Like, clearly
Alright,
there were
time
ruins.
to be miserable against a fucking draconic tree sentinel again.
With no horse this time.
And he has more health. I'd mentioned that he hits harder, but he was one-shot me anyway before, so...
Everything's harder, better, faster, stronger.
Man, I'm hitting hard as fuck, though.
1650. Jesus.
You know, he keeps hitting over me, that's great. I read my kids a fucking story before bed. It was fucking, Junji Ito's Shiver, which is like a horror manga.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. I loved it.
Good night. Sleep tight. Dream of death tonight.
Dream of holes in your skin. And bugs crawling inside of them.
Your children are a unique breed.
Oh, they gotta be. Can't be no
I mean,
normals.
they listen to SCPs and shit. It's great.
Wow. Well, Junior does.
Time to get my Reduvia.
I thought for sure that was gonna kill. No, first try, get fucked. You ain't shit, draconic tree bitch. That's why I killed you and your whole family.
Norwegious. It's great fighting all these NPCs with no poise, because I can just do wild strikes and they just stun lock.
Pathetic fools. They know not the power of the gods. Poise.
And I don't have any either, but they can't even get the first hit. That's great. Okay. I don't know if I can level up my sword anymore. Or my axe anymore. I just want to see you fuck up Malekith.
Yeah, I assume his first phase is gonna be kinda tough.
Yeah, pretty quick.
Boy, just slap me in the air.
Just punishes you so hard. So quick. I need a hook.
Yo, I made it.
It only took all of your flasks.
Maybe. Well, I only came in with 6 because the tree sentinel should have re-upped.
Ah, yeah. There is the dungeon I can do over there.
I become death.
Destroyer of that pussy. Did you really need to stab his hand?
Yeah. Transformed his sword into that, and he's got to pull it out.
Just. Shit probably hurt.
Yeah, bitch, it might have. His death and everything.
But I thought suicide was painless.
Yeah, but he resisted the changes.
Oh, is that part of the next lyrics that I don't know?
Yeah, it brings on many changes. Is the next lyric.
Ah.
Oh my god. Sir?
Flippity doo dah, flippity day.
Nice, I jumped over his attack. That was dope.
I gotta see it. Or it didn't happen.
Damn it, I had to drink or I was gonna die from the fucking dot. Didn't smack me while I was drinking. Oh, so that's a really broken weapon in PvP. The motherfucking dagger that shoots that little death beam.
Black knife?
Yeah. That dot hits you whether you roll through it or not.
Oh.
So if you ever needed to finish somebody off, just fucking put that bitch on, do the special, you win.
Geralt has a backup weapon.
Found that out the bad way.
The worst way.
That's like straight up cheating. That's fucking dumb. I gotta get rid of stuff that hits you during iframes. Like statuses shouldn't hit you during iframes. That's so stupid.
Seems like the easiest thing to account for. Did roll, no damage, no effect. What's up on that now? 25. Oh yeah, I was gonna check if I could upgrade my weapon. For the first time, I was able to give Roderica her memento thing without her just coming to the round table hold anyway.
What do you mean?
So you know the stuff you're supposed to get from the castle to give to her?
Yeah.
I never had any dialogue after picking that up. She was just kind of already at the hold, and
what, you gave it to
you
her
know,
at
was
the shack?
Yeah.
Oh.
She actually had a dialogue about it.
What, y'all dating now? Is that how you romance
She gave
her?
me a golden seed for it.
Gave her a golden
So-
seed.
Yeah, so it's getting pretty serious. Good to know that there's actually a reward for that.
I'm a little upset how I just died. You just going to run and grab my souls because there's like some amount. I don't know. It's like 50,000 or something.
I didn't see.
Big disappointment.
Upgrade me weapon. Oh man. I need 4 smithing stone 2s.
Hate to see it. God damn, that hits hard. Man, that boy just killed me while I was standing up. I had 1 health left. He could just have killed me with the first hit or let me get up, bro. Don't do me like that. Don't cuck me. Yo, someone on my friends list just got on Skyrim. What a Chad.
Been so long. 11 years that game.
It deserves it.
What is there left to do?
Nothing. Mods.
It's
Yeah,
like
that multiplayer was pretty dope.
Yeah. We could go back and do that, but it's like puppeting around a corpse at this point with the mods.
I don't know. Some people change their game like entirely. It's kind of weird.
It's not even Skyrim anymore.
There's so many like texture mods and shit. It just makes it look completely different.
Give the people the bones, they'll make what they want of it. It's a crossbow I'm not going to use. I might be able to use a great bow on this character. There's probably not one that scales. There's one that scales off faith. I'm not doing strength faith again.
There's one for intelligence too.
Great bow.
Okay, we'll just yell at me. That's cool.
Nah, none scale off of intelligence.
What, Radon said?
Nope. Great dex.
Oh, I guess it's just his swords.
Looks like the golem great bow is the... actually... Wait, probably... Yeah.
No, oh man, one more hit I could have killed Malika. Damn it.
One more try.
I can't believe I just died there, man. Like, he was open and everything.
I'm also trying to do my playthrough without summoning now.
It is more of a challenge. It's pretty fun. This has been a more rewarding playthrough, I feel like, as far as like learning how to play the game. Actually dodging stuff.
Yeah, it makes
I feel like I
sense.
learned the bosses a lot more this time through.
Then
Instead of just
again,
melting them.
then again, she gives me an arsenal talisman.
It's a nice thing to have. I think I'm using it right now, actually.
So you did summon.
No, you don't have to summon her though. Get that.
Oh, you don't? Oh.
Yeah, she gives it to you regardless, as long as you talk to her before you fight him.
Yeah, in that little room.
I don't think NPC summons should count. They're useless anyway. All they do is give the boss more HP and die. But Ash summons, they just come in, they don't give more HP, and then they die. So, at least twice as good.
Bullshit. Who's rolling?
Man, these clergymen too strong.
I rolled.
I tried to roll, but he wasn't having none of it. You know, I should see if Saluvius will sell me
One more.
the old dung eater yet.
Well, he's admitted that he has tracked.
Oh yeah, I'm going with the dung eater ending.
Yeah, I turned him into a puppet.
Nice. Befitting, but
Would you label yourself a pedophile?
I feel like a monster after killing that one person that thought I was a good summon and just cheered while I killed them, and then they stood there and did nothing while I attacked them.
Poor, pathetic fools.
No, pedophilia is a consistent, sustained attraction, a strong attraction to prepubescent children. It's like a sexual orientation. It's not. It's like if I like look at Chris Hemsworth's crotch on watching like a Thor movie. Wow, he's got a nice dick. That doesn't mean I'm gay all of a sudden.
Okay, good. So then here's a follow-up. Outside of cutesy, and I know it didn't necessarily need to be consistent or sustained. You know, it's okay. Cuties, whatever the name of it was.
I want you to sell me other puppets.
Have an attraction to children. Like, have you had attraction to prepubescent children? Pedro, let him respond, please. You don't have to prompt him.
I have a
Give him the
repulsion to purity testing. I think that we have to go off of things that all of us have already said, unless you're arguing that I should be banned for things that I think but have never said.
So I need you to answer the question.
What I don't think we can. Yeah, that's my answer. Is I'm not going to answer your question.
Okay,
But
and that's okay. Go ahead. I'll let you finish, and then I'll respond.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't think that any of us, unless you're making the argument that you think you should ban somebody if you think you can detect a like latent sexual disorder or desire that they have that they're not speaking about.
I think what he's trying to ask is,
No,
would
I
you
got
be
it.
more excited?
I got
Would
it.
you be more
Come on,
excited if
Destiny,
there was a
like,
sequel to
wait,
Cuties?
you guys said you wanted a conversation. You guys said you wanted that. Like, here, let me just go ahead and drive it home really quick. So I think the problem is, and this is I think where this is where we run into an issue, is that you're saying, like, I don't understand why I had anything to do with why I got it. And I think you are very well aware that a big portion of your platform is specific.
No,
I thought you weren't a
And he's dead.
I get it. I know, but you guys were complaining at the
Two
conversation
tracks.
of circle jerky. Hold on, I'm gonna finish talking real quick because you guys are complaining at the conversation.
Wild Strike's too good.
I'm just trying to actually push into this.
Meh.
Seems like no one else is going to kind of pump the paper too, but it's okay. Anyway, so the idea is,
Not a
I
fan.
feel if your platform,
You ever do the follow up?
your brand is
Yeah,
saying
probably.
pedophilia, and then you can't answer
The right trigger flip.
like have you
I don't remember. I never used it when we first started, like day one.
was shortly after you did an interview with someone.
Seems pretty good, especially since it attacks faster. You know, you can use it with a great axe, so it's faster than any attack you can do with a great axe.
To simply distance yourself from that, then maybe you might
30
have
strength.
like,
All
I don't know,
right.
it doesn't make sense for me to be banned. But it seems like because of your unwillingness and reluctance
Need
to
to
do
level
so,
Arcane
then
yet,
it
but
starts
I'm
to
gonna start
I can
getting some
understand
more
Twitch's association. So when you
stamina.
asked me the question earlier, do I feel like you should have been banned? I felt like there were justifiable reasons because of your reluctance to distance yourself from pedophilia and the platform of people with pedophilia and those kind of things. That I think is why you have to get banned. I think that would be justified.
Okay, you're making a big swirl of prescriptive statements here, but I understand you think that
take
I
it
should
for
be
a
banned
ride.
for that. I just want to be clear that we're talking. There's a big difference between
You sure can, buddy.
bullying children on Discord, which is a hack. It's a crime. It's wrong. Being a pedophile.
Oh, I thought he went to that room after he killed the first.
Amount, I guess, of
Hmm.
threshold of thoughts, sexual thoughts and feelings about prepubescent children. And there's things I've said out loud. And so you could do what Pedro's doing and extrapolate from one to the next and say, well, if a guy said that about cuties, he's probably raping kids in Discord. Now, whether that logically makes sense, I think it's stupid.
Is there
I
any
think
other
I was
character
banned
you've
because
seen that has
people are too
green
stupid to
eyes?
understand what I'm saying. However,
I have not
NPC
paid enough
wise?
attention to
that
anybody
extrapolation and make those jumps, you
in
can,
this
but the
game.
question is, should we
Yeah.
be doing that?
Hugh
Their
mentioned
eyes.
that
Banning people based on
that
the assumption
somebody
that
that also had an aptitude for
Only a
spirit tuning
Nazi
had the
would say
same
something
hue of eyes as her.
So that must mean he is trying to promote hatred of trans people, so we should ban him, not because of anything he specifically said, but what it seems like he's thinking. And I don't know if
Food
that's
for thought.
the case, but I certainly heard that. So are we banning people for their thoughts? Or what
Is that
they
the
say?
open? Ah, the finger door is open.
Oh, I gotta pick one for free. Duh, I'm stupid.
That seems like a. So first off, Timothy's.
Do I get to do my do I get to do my introduction?
Keep pushing.
You had your chance.
Okay, wait, we gotta hear Fanatic's response first. So, Fanatic, do you think that Mr. Grove should be banned because you are trying to divine his thoughts based on his interviews?
Why are the fingers so hairy?
In pedophile OCD person?
Because it's a man's hand.
Ah.
Repeated lack of response or willing to just state things that touch that. And it seems like begging for skirts the line. But claiming to be like a pedophile, begging for to have some sort of structure on your face.
Well, I don't think you should be
Does that
banned.
rise to the level of ban? Like, everybody.
Can we get in? Can we get in a little bit?
If I can finish responding. So
Guys, this is absolute bottom of the barrel. Like, this is disgusting. It's literally just getting a group of people together to talk about talking, and no one disagrees with each other. And we're just trying to find random arguments that don't even have any context to what the initial panel was about, because there's such a deep desperation for content.
Oh,
because
they
we don't make
specific,
content, we don't get
specifically
money,
tell
we
you
don't
you
get
need
fucking
two.
views, and if you don't get views, you
Two of the great runes. The crone in front of the fingers is like, seek another like it.
Let me respond to that. Clearly, I was before you do that, because I'm gonna have to the thing where I gotta mute you, Mr. Groves. I had something to respond to that. The point is,
It's gonna be the first time I actually used Godric's axe. Quality.
Man, beast, chill.
Are you able to do a Bloodhound step immediately after doing a jump attack for a better recovery?
Probably not, because you have so many downtime, so much downtime. Yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah. Seemed like a good idea.
my job to do as a moderator, and I failed at it. I think this is now we're running into another challenge situation. It's the exact same, but it's something similar. So I think the point is, it's not about grasping for straws. From the beginning, my intention was to actually bring up the reason why people have these things discussed. What Pedro was going to
Consume his remembrance then. Yep.
Oh, cool, I got a repost Beast Clergyman. That's never happened. Cool, took me to the next phase. Let's go. Yo, I'm actually dodging Malacath on purpose. Feels good. Oh. Man, that's so fucking lame. I was still stuck in my fucking recovery frames, and he just two-shots me with a move like his two hits.
My goal is just make sure one person per fanatic panel gets bullied off when I'm here, so even that they vote on it.
Go ahead, dude.
Yeah, so Pedro, like, how much of Mr. Grove's content have you like actually watched or engaged with?
Lauren?
Mr. Grove.
Mr. Girl?
Max.
Not that much. I saw him talking with Destiny. When that started and ended, I saw him talking with Spencer, and I caught a. Was it? I forget how to say her name. Cherry. You remember that? Yeah. Max.
Yeah.
So I saw that go.
Okay. Because I don't know. I feel like because I've watched. I feel like saying that he's trying to normalize. It's kind of like it's a pretty heavy charge.
Well, it's
basically
heavy
he's trying to make pedophilia attraction to children like socially acceptable, right? Which I think we'd agree if something isn't socially acceptable, there's probably going to be an increase in it, right? People are going to do it more.
Well,
So,
yeah, he's definitely
like
trying to
that
make
kind
it
of language. Go ahead.
He's definitely trying to make it socially acceptable. But you're a business owner. You told us. Just imagine if you were running the business of Twitch, and you have the possibility of coming up before some kind of court case. And then what do you have here? You have a guy who has day in and day out fought for what?
Grooming children on Discord.
Okay, but Pedro, I mean, you could make that. First off, I think that's kind of silly because I don't think anything Max ever did was normalizing. Right? We're talking about people who might be pedophiles and how we should handle them and how saying we should just kill them, burn them, shoot them, yada yada. That's not really a good way to deal with that issue, right?
Right, but
beyond that, you could say the exact same shit. Some company would come on and see if you're mentally ill here very ransomed out in front of the camera.
You can do it.
For other mentally ill people, right? There's thing how like it's exploited a
You get all up in
background
his shit, he has a tougher time hitting you.
that would justify him being gone. You should probably think that justifies all those people.
Well, think about it this way, dude. And this is a simple. You don't have to give a yes or no, but you can extrapolate on it. Was he destigmatizing the idea of pedophilia? Was it becoming more of an acceptable thing to talk about in the open?
Yeah.
Destigmatizing something normalized.
Oof.
I would say that they're. So if you're normalizing something, you're making it. I think when you said that you're making it socially acceptable to have an attraction to children, and I think based on what you implied about what he might be doing on Discord, for people to act on those attractions, right? Which I don't think he was doing. But if you're saying destigmatizing, hey, that's totally fine. I think it should be destigmatizing. If you're a pedophile, you should be able to.
Real quick. Just in terms of this.
I've been very concise.
Yeah, I know, but I think that the conversation gets a little bit lost. Hold on, because that response was not good. Okay, just real quick, and then you guys can go. Okay. So we are normalizing a thing versus normalizing the conversation about a thing. These two things are not the same. We should be able to have
Long run
conversations
for
about
nothing.
sexual assault
Hey,
or
it's
rape.
Bach.
That's an important thing to be able to talk about. Normalizing conversations about rape is not the same as normalizing rape. So if Max's goal is to hold conversations about pedophilia, to be able to talk about it, whatever, having the normalization of conversations about a topic is not the same as normalizing that thing itself.
Yeah.
Oh, fun thing about Bach. You know the Prattle Pate that says you're beautiful?
Yeah, if you use it on him.
Yeah.
Before he
I already
dies.
know.
I would say
He dies?
Does something.
reframing.
What does it do?
I think I'm reframing.
I don't know.
No. It's something to do that it's his mother's voice.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but I don't know what exactly happens. I can't adjust my clothes. I wonder if it's because I'm...
Right. Whatever
Or is there just no alterations?
I just stood just 5 years. 4, 10,
Feels so bad for
8 years on it. You don't see pedophilia being as prominent on the internet, prominent in these platforms as it was before. Now it's a hot button issue for everybody to talk about. It's all in the open. I
You're at
think
the clip.
do you remember Amos E, Destiny?
Yeah.
He was pretty much doing the same. I'm not saying the same exact way. He went about it.
No way, a roll. I guess that was huge as fuck. But better.
Okay, the MOC example is really good because it illustrates the issue we have. Sometimes we have an issue separating discussion of something from the thing itself, is what I just said. So MOC was not trying to normalize the discussion of it. He was trying to normalize the thing itself. And now, I haven't watched all of Max's content. It is possible that Max has videos where he's saying we ought to fuck 3-year-olds, and I've missed that. My understanding is he hasn't said that. MOC did say that. That's the difference. MOC was saying that we should be pedophiles. Max is saying we should be able to have conversations about pedophiles. Two different things.
Max, here, you can go.
Mr. Girl, can you please respond?
Oh yeah. I was just trying to say that I don't think I'm trying to. You can destigmatize.
The chain draped tabard
disorder.
actually gives
So
me
I
more
refer to
defense.
pedophilia as a sexual disorder or a disordered orientation. Destigmatizing it in my case means I don't think it's a sin to think sexual thoughts about children. I don't think it's immoral or wrong or evil, but I think it's a disorder. So it's more like saying, think of pedophilia the same way you think of anorexia, the same way you think of OCD or any other psychological. So rather than, just the thought, the feelings and the thoughts that come with being a pedophile.
Vicious.
rather
You're
than
just
trying
fucking
to
relentless,
punish
please,
for
peace
having those
clergyman.
thoughts, we should get them help or encourage them to get help. So destigmatize in that sense, not in the sense
You got a
of
lot going on.
encouraging it.
You could jump over his little quick strikes.
I don't want to just take over. I have a question. I want. Yeah.
Oh, the end before you land.
Yep, there's a little left, right,
Oh, yeah.
little swings.
Remember that joke
Oh,
you made
yeah.
about, maybe a few less kids would die if the people didn't think they would be murdered as soon as they got caught?
Lamp.
I forget the joke, but keep going. I know the
point
thought.
of the joke. Like, I
I
think
need
Mr.
one
Girl,
more
all
smithing
Mr.
stone
Girl's trying
too.
to do
You
is
failed.
make it so that we can actually have a conversation about these people, and we can do things that ultimately will probably lead to a lot less kids getting fucking hurt.
That's the goal.
Right. And I hear that goal, and I think that's legitimate. away from the other factors going on. In the last panel I was in, what was happening was we were discussing who dictates whether the child gets exposed information to their parents.
It's great that your reactions when I hear them let me know, hey, look at the stream, something just happened, or something's about to happen.
Usually just me getting hit or dying, you know.
Yeah, the things I want to see.
I feel it on the inside.
For any viewers after your success
Oh,
or your
come on.
failure.
That does not look like it hit me.
The same time frame that Mr. Girl is having this conversation about pedophilia, we can slowly but surely see them saying, hey, experts who do not represent us on the right, what is the age of consent? And then if they say it's a lower number than what it is, do you see where someone like me would say, okay, this stuff is getting actually normalized?
I see why you're scared, but I don't see any evidence of anyone arguing for a lower age of consent, other than like out and out pedophiles. I don't see anybody else seriously discussing.
Oh, maybe I can do the quest.
So do you see
the what quest?
TikTok videos?
The Jarberg thing with Hoslo.
Saying, I don't care what the law is.
Of course you can.
Still going to talk about my partner.
Fucked it up last time. Hoslo wasn't even at the round table hold when I started the game.
And then them pushing for
Oh, he was.
Saying that we don't have to
Well, so I've already fucked this one too.
With the parents.
Do you understand the difference between having
Just go to the lake.
tell a third
There's
grader
Dead Girl.
Yeah, I'm at the lake now. I've actually never found her.
You're gay if you're the teacher versus
Look to the east of the bonfire that's out there.
Right.
There is a difference.
All the broken houses.
Now, do you see the problem with us talking to a third grader?
I met him out there one time on my first playthrough.
In my previous years, it wouldn't
I was looking for that girl and just never found her.
It's my favorite quest in the whole game. House Hoslo's tale is told in blood.
Ominous.
The connection is just that like there are certain things that weren't talked about in class.
That's the creed of his family.
Sexuality or whatever LGBT stuff. And
That's
now
his
he's
brother
no
that you
longer
kill, Hoslo.
regardless of what parents think.
That's his brother.
Parents right now, or the experts are representing their interests. So today it might be LGBT stuff, tomorrow it might be some
God damn this. It's like he hits me once and I'm just fucking done. Either shit him or he shits me.
Would the wave of destruction help for an opener?
I tried using it, but it doesn't have enough range. By the time he's close enough, he's like running at me.
We should encourage them to do so. You're saying that we're going to get from there to people suddenly thinking it's okay.
I just need to get up in him, stop walking away from him.
It just seems so far apart. Like, I don't understand.
Yes, sir. As you destigmatize something, it becomes more acceptable.
As long as you got a game plan.
So then, what would you encourage? Like, just people who have like this mental
church? I'm looking for.
How did they get help? How do you encourage them?
We're going for the gold needle to give the box. And then
Without talking about it was never actually the solution or anything I posited. If they were actually serious about it, they wouldn't be online on Twitch or in Discord talking about it amongst people who they don't know the age of.
Okay, wait, hold on. Two things. One, if they're destigmatizing something like mental health, I assume you don't have a problem with that, right? Like, I'm sorry.
That's where you get briars of sin on just some random dude.
I hear you.
Wait, let him clarify. Let him. Wait, Pedro.
Okay.
Let him clarify. He said he wanted to clarify.
If it's depression, you have no problem with
Just a whole ass spell, just kill a random
I have no
person.
problem with someone destigmatizing it, but I also think it's great harm to someone to do live therapy online.
We're not talking about
I think there's a person. Can I finish? Can I finish? So I think there was a conversation that even Destiny had with a proclaimed online therapist who had someone actually commit suicide as, not to say as a direct result, but he came out on the open and was having open therapy on his foot. I think that was bad.
So my thing is, we're publicly destigmatizing it, therefore that's all something with depression. Talk about I assume you have no problem, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, strange dog.
Destigmatizing mental health.
Strange dog is best dog. that's something I never found. The dog shield.
And then they're like, oh, it's okay. Just like the same.
Oh yeah, I told you where that was too. It's Weeping Peninsula, right as you get through that rise.
Where's the question?
The point is that these things
tower
things have actually
off the side of it, like hanging off a cliff.
There's nothing except stop this very important.
Man, I'm having a tough time with clergyman right now.
So you throw it under this whole slippery slope path in order to say this. Yes, it's actually okay for people to go online and do live therapy. Yes, it's okay for people to go online and admit they may have some kind of attraction to.
See, you're going to the live therapy thing. I'm assuming not intentionally in a bad faith way. But
No, not at all. That's what happened.
I'm not.
That's
no one's
that's
saying
what happened.
he's not.
People.
Mr. Gold's not a therapist. I'm but he's not a therapist. He's not doing therapy.
I can't give him the gold stuff yet.
People did exactly what you just said. It did go online and say mental health
That's not what he's
disorders are
talking.
real.
He's talking about encouraging people to go get professional help in a private therapy session.
Yes, but sir, you did admit that people did already, and we can see in real time, people did go online and actually say, yes, mental health is a bad thing, and mental health needs to be treated, right? We can then see that, yes, people did actually go online and start saying, hey, I can do your therapy live. And then we did actually see someone actually hurt themselves in real time as a result of that. So what I'm making the connection is that
that's the result of therapist in a way that helps.
It seems like you're drawing the line from pedophiles being encouraged to go out and help. We should speak about them as human beings rather than like monsters. The same way that you're drawing the line from like so you're drawing the line from that to we should fuck kids or maybe some of these things are hot.
Hold on, wait. The line have you drawn there? The concept is right now we all agree that pushes people away from.
Damn, I forgot those rocks come back down. Ah, I'm losing it.
And then in adolescence, certain things you like in your nose or you shit in public when people look at you weird, and that type of thing like kind of pushes that behavior your way. So the thought is that maybe pedophilia is the
Almost
same.
feel like
You see a
Malekith
pedophile
is
or an
easier.
older guy that's starting to younger
His
children,
moves are easy to
that's
react to.
when you shame those people. And I think the fear is that if you talk to them and you treat them like normal people and everything's cool, inevitably
The beast guy, it's almost like you gotta guess what he's gonna do.
that are around children,
Except when he
and you're
throws
like,
stuff.
Oh wow, it's okay that he's a pedophile and he's babysitting.
Yeah, all the
that's cool,
quick
normalize
stuff
it, like
does.
Well, it's like his little double slash. That's the only thing you can't really react to.
Now you've increased the possibility for harm with children.
But it hits so fucking hard.
At least it doesn't
for no
kill me.
reason.
Yeah, I think that's a fair concern. I don't think pedophiles are normal people. I think that.
Well, Ron, back up. I would pause there because I am a Christian. I think everybody is an imager of God. That doesn't stop them from being.
I know you talked to old Prawn Boy earlier. Did you get any?
You're working your work.
No, he didn't want to talk to me.
What I'm telling you is this: people do have a mental illness. It does not need to be propagated
It's
online.
probably because you didn't buy the amulet off of them for right.
In my case, I would say.
You didn't offer me no amulet?
Yeah, you have to talk to her first.
Who?
Snake Girl. You find her out in the wilds in Laramie Lake.
But in
Really?
your secular worldview, I have to deal with it because there is some truth to the fact that Jesus said where
She's
yes,
just out in
you
the
guys
lake.
do have all the power right
Yep.
now. You guys are.
He conned her out of the amulet, and I had to buy it back off him.
How you choose to
Once you do that, you're able to buy
whether or not
a crab. Or no.
I mean, I really don't like how they set the quest in this game just to be ignored.
talking about pedophilia. Period. In my honest opinion.
I have a quick question. Hopefully, so Pedro, if you're saying that you can't talk about pedophilia,
Where's my fucking Estus? I used it. He just stands around like a jackass.
you saying you can't talk about depression because that would like lead to like live therapy. Do you think talking about religion online can like, especially if it's like a religion that you kind of disagree with and you think is harmful, do you think that that would lead to like bad acts?
It's a fair question. I would have to think about that. Well, I think I have to give an answer if I'm being fair.
Checked out r/place. It does some kind of neat.
Talking,
but
that's kind of
anything you do is easily undone by somebody else.
history where that's actually
Yeah.
like a stigmatized thing.
There's this Among Us guy taking a big old shit on it.
Any religion at any
It was
time,
hilarious.
swear. So to to relate it to pedophilia, I don't know how that goes, but
He
can
was
it
in the
be
bottom
harmful?
left.
Yes. I think
I wonder if
obviously
he's
we
still
see
there.
this with people
Me
who
too.
put $5
I hope
in
so.
their pocket, put on white Nikes, and all drank the Kool-Aid and thought
We're
Yeah,
watching
big
it
old
change.
penis, man.
there was some kind of
Yeah, he had a big old
Big
dick
ol'
too, but they were getting rid of
that
that
had to get out in the public
because
square
getting
somehow.
blurred out with something else.
We couldn't argue that the king of
I
an
don't know what it
excellent
was like
cause.
before, but
We followed
still
the Bible.
going. Still there.
Love all the
Really
random
believe
bullshit on
For
there.
instance, like God is design. God's given us
Still there.
one is to live
Fighting to keep that going.
second.
Oh man, there's a big old void in the middle. What the hell happened here? Waldo, no!
Waldo?
There was a Waldo here. Not anymore. We're deleting him slowly.
Must have found him.
But you say that like the
Learning with Pibby, learning is so fun.
talking a lot about religion, that in some ways could normalize pedophilia.
It's like,
Yeah,
I
actually,
don't get
just really
Isaac over
quick,
here.
this is
No, wait,
the
Doobie,
exact
Doobie,
argument
Doobie,
that
I have to
Isaac!
correct that.
Pedro.
Doobie, stop. I have to correct that.
I
That's
swear.
not
after
There's
that
a
statement, Pedro,
a bullet from Enter the Gungeon in there for the gun. That was pretty good. Man, his sprite work was
it's actually
perfect.
a misconception of what the purpose of the relationship between a man and a woman is supposed to be. It's actually not centered around men at all. It's actually supposed to be the purpose for marriage is to reflect the character of God. The man is like, nurturing, stern. The woman is obedient and faithful. Not in some kind of like over dominant way, but be out of her.
Look, there's somebody
true
always
nature that
watching the
God created her.
Pokeballs.
She wants to
Because I've seen like 3 or 4 things get put on them and they're just immediately fixed.
having a child between two people.
Yeah, I put up a couple of dots in just random places that were really obvious. And they get changed in like 30 seconds.
Like you can't, you don't find.
Wait,
like,
hold on,
meat
Destiny.
anywhere.
I feel like Doobie's been trying to get it for a while.
Oh, I was just gonna add on.
Oh man, saluting My Little Pony.
For Muslims, we talk about Aisha and Muhammad.
Such degeneracy.
Slept with her when she was 9 years old.
I'm surprised the Rainbow Paw here is left. I don't know how did these ever get to full structured thing without somebody else doing fucking.
People work together and coordinate it.
They make that argument,
Oh, okay.
and I think what Destiny's pointing to is exactly
Like
that.
people will post like a picture and on a grid,
Putting women through this process
and then they'll give the coordinates where you're supposed to post them.
right?
And then if you want to help, you just start posting in those coordinates.
But if you're going by religious worldview, you should be okay with 11-year-olds fucking grown ass men because that's God that's signaling that they're ready to have children.
Or you can just put them wherever the fuck you
Well,
want.
my direct response would be that I'm not Islamic, and second, that God actually.
There's a fight over the Ukraine flag for a while, taking over everything.
That means that when we put up an age of consent in
Purchase it.
the
Yeah,
world
right.
here in the United States for, I think it's 18 where I am. I don't know where it's 16 in some.
There are a lot of
places,
countries where it's much lower than 18.
It is so
Right, so
that's where
so very hard not being a panelist here. This is crazy. Oh my god.
All right, I got one more try on me. I gotta go because I gotta
Wait, how old was
get
Mary?
up at
How old
9.
was Mary?
I get up like 8.
She was like 12.
Be somewhere at 9.
Yeah,
Damn
Mary
it.
was like 12 or 13.
Life sucks.
Wait, where did they?
I'm just saying that if you look at like if
Where
we're
did they
with that,
where did they mention her age?
I thought Mary was incredibly young.
Man, never roll attack, double attack. Roll double attack.
Where I got that from was Catholic.
Wait, you said completely off. Wait, how can you know?
I'm not saying you're completely. I'm saying it's
Single attack that much better.
Yeah, the double takes forever to recover from. You might as well have just stood up and done a jumping attack. Oh yeah, it comes down. It's not good enough to roll it. You gotta fucking goddamn. Stupid fucking
I hear
rocks.
that claim really quickly, but I just want to make sure that, like, just to be sure that the statement that you just made about the Bible indicating in some way that like Mary was like particularly young, that's completely unfounded, right? Like that there's nowhere, anywhere in any biblical text whatsoever that ever indicates her as being particularly young, right? Like we're aware of that.
Yeah, maybe that might not be true. While unproven, some apocryphal accounts state that the time of her betrothal, Joseph, Mary was 12, 14 years old, and that was ancient
And
Jewish,
with that,
Jewish custom.
alright, I'll talk to you later.
She could have been betrothed at
Alright,
like
catch you later, dog.
Well, we're not with the Apocrypha, Destiny. Now you're talking